Hey, it's Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Eclipse Phase, the 8th C.
8th C?
This adventure will be called the Road Trip, because
I gotta be in a body.
you gotta be, or down with the B.
I love a good road trip.
The B is for Barsoomian, the Barsoomian movement. You're all going to meet a bunch of people. The Barsoomian movement, which is basically down with hypercorporation control of Mars, and they roam the wilds of Mars. And Mars is a big old planet, and there before the fall, about 10 years ago, there were about 4 million people living on Mars. Now there's close to 200 million. So there have been some issues.
Things have happened.
Things have happened. So, in the last adventure, y'all pulled off a 2-part heist in order to steal the ego templates of a cult. So you could manufacture an army to assault a polar fortress controlled by the Night Cartel. Because the Night Cartel seems to be very determined to take you all out. Fortunately, they have not found your safe house, the 8th C, a restaurant in Val's New Shanghai. But they are seeming to be getting closer and closer. And your contact, Eleazar's contact, Calamity, knows a way to manufacture a large group of robots with assault weapons and vehicles necessary to assault the fortress. And that's doing out in the middle of nowhere, or actually a crater in the southern region of Mars, somewhat near the polar region where the fortress is located. So she has contacts with the nomads of Mars, who are mostly Barsoomians, the Barsoomians being the independent, free Mars group, essentially. So you have some downtime as you're assembling things. Basically, you'll be out in the wilderness of Mars. And, of course, the hunt for the traitor goes on. Nobody has made any public discoveries yet, or has made discoveries they're willing to share with the group. So we'll, keep that on there. So as we begin, Eleazar is off. He has already exfiltrated to train and with the army in a simul space in order to prepare them for the assault, as he will be obviously the military commander of the group.
Are they doing a musical number while they're training?
I mean,
let's get down to business.
Exactly.
You could hop in the time accelerated simul space and find out, but that is not super productive at this time. Eleazar is off doing that. Your job basically is to get a cargo hauler's worth of material and a couple of fabricators to a crater. This is about 1,000 kilometers or so away. So you're going to have to go straight across the Martian desert.
Musical montage sounds more fun. I don't want to do it.
Well, it's that. Remember, there's also some VIPs in the Polar Fortress, which would be worth a lot of credits. Particularly Alexandria Crittenden, daughter of a general one of the generals who was responsible for the Titan network. So she probably knows some shit, and her ego is probably worth a lot of money to interested factions. So, yeah. Plus, y'all might just want to get some revenge, because she was working for a defense contractor, has some culpability for the fall. You have some time. You're in New Shanghai. You've gotten back, you all stayed in here. The other group went to the asteroid. Mm-hmm. That was the whole thing. So, we'll just go around the table. It's just like, what are you guys doing, right now before you head off? Before we get into the actual job itself, I'll describe that. But, for example, Chaiu, you were, busy doing things.
Yeah, things and stuff.
What do you care to, elucidate the rest of the group on that?
Oh, just checking in on some of our other ventures. Nothing too bad. Just making sure that our supply chain is going the way it's supposed to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Nothing to see here.
All right.
Getting some bad juju from this one.
No, everything's going fine. I went out and I talked with myself for quite a long time, and everything's going the way it's supposed to.
Oh yeah. By the way, your suspicion ratings this week are. Designated is
Enigma,
there's bad vibes coming from Chaiu, and you're unreliable.
Yeah, I'm just unreliable.
So, which is ironically more reliable than either of these two.
I know, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, it was getting ready for this big job. So I'll just double check and make sure that everyone's gear is good to go, and no one has to deal with vacuum. I mean, you guys don't really breathe, but
well, you're gonna be in Mars the entire time, which does have a thin atmosphere, so
right.
You're not gonna be in vacuum. It's just gonna be fucking cold and unbreathable without certain biomods.
Yeah, I'll double check that, make sure everything's out on the up and up.
So we'll get into preparations for the trip in a second. So yeah, you're just kind of doing that. But Cadence, anything new with you? What are you wanting?
No.
Okay.
Not really anything new.
All right. So and Designate, Des?
Not really liking being in a body, but I'm sitting there.
Oh yeah, because Eleazar is off focus training. You cannot ride in his Ghost Rider module, and nobody else wanted to pay to have a Ghost Rider module installed in them.
So
you're in a Dragonfly robot.
I'm just, looking through messages, data feeds, things that I've put in place to see if there's anything, any feelers I put out, anything responding. Doing those kinds of things.
Yeah, I mean, for the listeners at home, there are secret agendas at work, and there's a lot of secret messaging between certain players and that kind of thing. So, and myself,
I'm not getting any secret messages.
So
I keep hitting refresh on the GM. Nothing.
So the you all are pretty much you've been on exoplanets, but I don't think any of your characters have spent much time out in the deserts of Mars. You're all city slickers essentially. So just so he knows, Mars gets really cold, especially the south of the equator. It is mostly a very flat planet, aside from the mountains. But in the south, you start seeing more craters. And of course, there's also ancient ravines and canyons where rivers once flowed. On a really hot day on Mars, it gets up to 8 degrees Fahrenheit at noon. But it gets real cold at night.
That's sweltering.
Yeah. There's a lot of terraforming going on. Terraforming takes multiple different efforts, from comet bombardments to actually releasing greenhouse gases in factories. This time they're on our side because you want to warm the planet up to orbital mirrors reflecting the light and intensifying the light of the sun on the planet. And there's like hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of workers around the planet doing things like running these greenhouse gas factories to also like planting microbes like water bears and other things in order to speed along that. There's also like planned events like forcing flooding in a given area to try and encourage redevelopment. And of course, these are extremely controversial because, they we're just happen to flood an area that a group of nomads is currently resting at. Oops, our bad.
We didn't see them there on purpose.
And also the conditions of being one of these terraformers working on the ground, gradually trying to bring life about in a otherwise lifeless planet, is hard and degrading work. Well, hard work, maybe not degrading, but, certainly not pleasant. That's the kind of environment so that all that for free. Is there anything else anybody wants to do before we get to acquire personal gear or favors or anything like that? Because once you leave the city and get out on the road or on the middle of the fucking desert, there's going to be a lot harder to get certain things. There's also law enforcement, loosely. The Martian Rangers could patrol the entire planet. And while there aren't that many per square kilometer, like 0.0001 per square kilometer, something like that, they do have, satellites and surveillance networks. So that's going to be one of your big problems it's also illegal to give marginalized groups like the nomads, fabbers and lots of raw materials, unrestricted fabbers, because they might do stupid things like build weapons for their own ends.
What?
Yep.
How dare they?
Yeah. So, does anybody want to do any favors or do any research on wilderness survival or anything?
Yeah, I'd like to do some research on
That's what I was thinking.
what we might need out there.
Okay.
At what specialty.
All right, you can just give me a research check.
Yeah, I was thinking time of year, things that might.
Well, I mean, you have to do it time of year. You don't really have much of a choice on.
I know, but
30 under 40.
For this time of year.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was that?
30 under 40.
30 under 40? All right, so basic. So for you, with a basic success, you're in a synth morph. So you don't have to worry, even sort of a specialized... Yours is not, particularly hardened for industrial things. So you might want to get industrial armor because to give you just some protection. It's also pretty cheap. But... You could get that as a minor favor because it's just metal plates that
and
with
I'm just
magnet.
Borrowing it. It's not
Essentially.
Forever.
Yeah. Okay. So that obviously will help. You might want to get some more repair spray too. Repair spray are essentially little cans of nanobot repair machines. Otherwise, you would have to make hardware robotics checks to repair yourself if you take damage. So, hardware robotics is useful for
have hardware robotics.
So you could just take a toolkit and not have to get repair spray because repair spray is a lot more expensive than just a toolkit.
Dan, what's your hardware?
Do you have hardware? I've got.
But you have to make skill checks to do it. Repair spray is automatic. So, in terms of that, obviously, wilderness survival gear, Chaiu has some spindles, which is cable. You all have personal lights, little flashlights built into your suits or morphs. Those are some of the basic things. You don't have to worry about temperature or air because you're a robot, but it's a big rocky environment and land, industrial armor and either. Toolkit and or some repair spray would be pretty useful.
Okay, I will definitely try and get some industrial armor as a favor.
All right, that's a minor favor. So you get a +10 to your roll, and you can just choose which network you want to do. Thing about that, so your minor favors aren't going to restore in time before you leave. So these are all your pre-trip favors.
Yeah.
So
I can roll at rep, and it's a.
You just got to get a success.
A success is easier.
Yeah, it's a +10 bonus up for minor favors.
Okay. Still didn't make it.
Can you flip it?
Yes, I can. And it's a super success.
Okay.
So, the double.
In that case, you can get heavy
spray for free, though?
No, you can get a toolkit for free as well.
Okay.
So light industrial armor and a toolkit.
Okay.
So light industrial armor gives you...
Thank you, I was about to ask.
Where is the... Alright, here's some here we go. Actually, it's just industrial armor. And that gives you... +6 energy, +4 kinetic armor.
6 +4. I'm gonna have to do the same.
Yeah, that's the cheapest one you can get.
Okay.
There's also light and heavy combat armor, but those
I have
are more
a
expensive.
light armor vest already.
Armor vest. Let's see here.
Mine says light frame, which is 6 and 4.
It says 4 and 10.
Minimum one. Let's see. Oh, that goes on top of it. So, the industrial armor will add on to it. So you can wear the armor vest and the industrial armor.
Okay, cool.
So, industrial armor is one of the few add-on ones. So, Designate, what about you?
I guess I'm going to have to do the same thing.
You get the same information from your check. What did you roll, though? Did you get that in with?
A 2.
Okay, so same basic stuff.
Yep.
Chaiu, is there anything you want to do?
And then, I make my minor.
But I got a toolkit as well.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you did better.
So you can make hardware robotics checks to repair yourself.
So Mars was fairly lifeless before colonization.
Mm-hmm. It hasn't, terraforming's been going underway, but it's...
Well, that's good.
This is a process that will take 300 to 500 years to finish.
So there's no actual dedicated, wild animals to be worried about?
Not animals per se. There are wild artificials.
Okay.
Which the group has encountered before, essentially.
Yep. I remember that.
Machinery.
Is that the one with the cat?
Yeah, the cats, they have animal
Still
level
want that
intelligence
cat.
generally, but basically like appliances and machinery that gain enough intelligence to start moving around, and it's some you consider glitches, but they some of them have the ability to replicate in some circumstances. They can be dangerous, especially the ones that have figured out how to use ranged weapons. And yeah, so there are wild artificials.
Any reports of wild artificials in... I'm guessing we have a path to the place we need to go.
Well, that's your sort of first... Well, you have two major challenges. The first one is for getting a cargo hauler. Well, they're actually kind of connected. So you need to get a cargo hauler, which is a massive vehicle, semi-truck sized. Calamity is getting the cargo for you, which is going to be like 2 cargo containers worth of stuff. But then you have to figure out how you're going to get there. Because if you just go with a cargo full of a bunch of unrestricted fabbers and materials, the Martian Rangers will detect that and, like, fucking...
Can anybody
send
drive
a
that?
missile strike. It can autopilot. You don't, unless you're doing dangerous things. So, in general, what you have to do is figure... There are 3 main approaches that I've seen. One is find a crooked Martian Ranger, bribe them, and then go through their territory. The 2 is the stealth hack route. And 3 is going through a Martian dust storm.
Yeah. No. I'm in a body now. No.
What's the...
You were actually in a
Glad
body
you didn't take
before,
that
just
Roomba.
not yours, yeah.
What
You
Doesn't
should've
feel
just-
the same.
you
are
should've
the
just
actual
vacuumed up
dangers
that
of
dust
driving through a Martian dust storm?
The lack of
Give me
skin
a-
on the other side.
Give me... Well, I mean, you'd be in a big industrial vehicle, which would be
Oh, that's
armor.
true.
I mean, I already made my research roll.
You can
so-
give me a survival check.
There you go.
Don't you have survival? Isn't that a skill?
I do.
Yeah. Because you're a gatecrasher.
I can attempt that.
That's 14. So
That's a success.
Seems
Yes.
good.
my skill is 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
That's his
skill is
thing.
20, so it would be a
Guess we
success
gotta-
even with mine.
Yeah.
Badass here. So the dust storm is basically the thing is you can just the thing is actually it's pretty safe if you're in a big ass vehicle like the cargo hauler. The problem is in order to like you're gonna have to use it to like stealth through it. It's like it's a box and you're Solid Snake getting around guards, so you have to follow it regardless of where it's going. Now you can plot out the dust storms are somewhat predictable to a degree, and they're certainly more active in the southern region. So you kind of have to. The trick is figuring out where you are and knowing when to go and to match speed with it. So it's a massive dust storm. Like you're not going to be able to get outside signals. It's going to be hardest to see a shit in there. So you're going to have to be really good at navigating, and then you're going to have to figure out when the best. Like once you pop out of one, the Martian Rangers are going to spot you immediately, and if you can get into a crater, they won't see you at all. So you could ideally go from the dust storm to a canyon where you're shielded from satellites, and then you get to your rendezvous point with the nomads. So that's the difficulty, and then of course you don't if you run into something in there, you have no fucking idea what you're doing. Now you could do, of course, wait in, but like if you find a place of shelter to hide it as the dust storm's about to die, then you could hide there, wait for another dust storm. But again, that's But the advantage is you don't have to pay for anything, and if you fail, you have a good cover story is that you got lost in a fucking dust storm. You saw The Martian, right? Yeah.
I'm guessing you have that means you can't rely on the autopilot for that though.
Definitely not. Because the autopilot is going to, like, stay here. Don't do that.
That's a terrible plan.
Yeah.
Override autopilot.
Well,
oh, fuck.
we don't exactly have our driver, do we?
I mean, it's
Do
not
you
a
have
spaceship.
pilot?
I can fly a spaceship
Do you have pilot?
Spaceship.
for
No.
space.
That's what we would need.
You can, I'm pretty sure they still have Skillsoft in this. So Skillsofts are software that gives you skills that you didn't actually have. So you can call on a moderate favor to get that.
But it only lasts for so long, right?
No, it's just like an implant.
Oh.
It's just that you are only limited by how many you can have.
I know Kung Fu.
Essentially. It's the fucking future. But
I think it's like plus 30 if I remember correctly. Is that too much?
I think it's 40. I will double check. Yeah, I think it's a mental thing. Because I think you need an implant. Yeah, mesh. Yeah, if anybody has it on their PDF, they can search for Skillsoft or something. Actually, I could do a search real quick. But anyways, I'll just say there is. You can get that at a 40 through an implant. That would be a moderate favor. But it's at a 40, you know.
And it'd be...
What would be the role to try to find a crooked ranger?
Let's see here. A crooked ranger would obviously... a major G-rep favor, and it's done. Like, he'll tell you the route, and then you're done. A major G-rep favor, which you won't get back until you do your next score. So...
I only have 5 in G-rep, so I don't think I should be rolling.
It's a negative 30 to roll, but you can spend a point of...
I have 1 in G-rep because I was not a criminal before now.
So
you would be the one doing that.
But I would only have a 6% chance.
Yeah. So we can't do that.
So that's not going to happen.
Moderate favors would give you a moderate G-rep favor. Here we go, Skillsofts.
Just had to turn the page, that's all.
Well, Skillsofts are used with skillware implants. All right, your brain is laced with it, allows you to download. So you need skillware.
Ooh, you know how to drive now.
And you can get it up to 80. However, that's also going to be a major favor to get that skillware.
Oh, you can get it up to 80.
Yeah, you can get it up to 80.
But, yeah, we don't have the...
However, yeah, it would be a major favor, but you could use anything for that. Because that's just getting a fancy implant. Mm-hmm. Because it's really expensive to get that. So, it's actually, 40 in a single active skill or 80 in a knowledge skill. So
you could put it for pilot, groundcraft.
Well, it'd be 40 it'd be 40 plus your, whatever your attribute rating is in it. What is pilot use?
Oh, that's true.
Reflex. So 40 plus your reflex.
Not it.
My reflex is 10.
So you still need a major favor for that. Or if you pooled all your money together, that would give you enough GP to do that. So you wouldn't be able to buy any other resources. So to bribe, with a moderate favor, I would say with G-rep or at-rep, you could...
don't have that.
Okay. Or C-rep, actually, because it's also...
I have at-rep.
Yeah.
At, C, or G would be applicable. So C-rep would also count.
Well, I've got Persuade, too, so...
the moderate favor will give you a meet, and then you'd have to persuade him to let you do it. So,
okay.
Which case he's probably, because you don't really have the resources to really put in a good bribe, you would probably... You'd use a major favor to get the bribe. So you'd still have to make the skill check, but you would then have enough money to pay him. Or he probably want you to do something in return. Favor for a favor.
Ugh.
So...
Dust storms see him and...
Or we can use
the
suspicion rating.
Well, the stealth
and say
route,
we already know this fucker.
Hold on.
Yeah, you could use it. Yeah, actually, that's right. That's exactly right. You could use suspicion rating and say you've already done it. You just have to make a persuade check.
I used that quite a bit last time.
What's the stealth option?
The stealth option is, 1, modding the cargo hauler once you get it. 2, 1, have like panels that will defeat scanning so people can't scan it from a distance. 2, hacking a server to come up with a fake manifest and a destination somewhere near the area. So, like, Martian Rangers would just scan in your vehicle from a distance, be like, oh, they're going to this place to drop off supplies. And then 3, running at night mostly to avoid satellite scans and that kind of thing, or satellite photos or imagery and that kind of thing. So basically, and using canyons and cover where that exists. Basically, so it would be a combination of skill checks,
which would also put us in perfect points for ambush and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's because you just have a hot load of cargo and you just can't get scanned. But you can create. You can modify the cargo hauler.
I can try to do that. That's
so. Those are the 3 options.
But that's a little bit dangerous because we could be running afoul of people setting up ambushes and shit.
Well, I think that's a risk no matter what we do. That might be the point of the...
All right.
Well, the Martian Rangers are patrolling things. They're probably... And there are cargo haulers going all across the planet. It's not like you're the only vehicle out there.
Right.
It's just you have the risk of being detected. I mean, yeah, you do have some cover. I mean, you can come into the other plans too, like use a major at-rep favor to create a convoy that gives you cover from point A to near your point off, and then you just veer off at the last minute.
Well, we'll set the, autopilot for it. You'll still be like the pilot essentially, because you can always like use a flex to at least use the skill if we need to do something. At a certain point. You can use a flex and raise your skill ahead of time by 30 points. So you'd be the person because you got the best.
A reflex ability. I don't have.
I have a 10. She has a 10.
No, but. Oh, I guess vigor can be used for reflex.
Yeah.
All right. We got 5 vigor.
Woo!
Yeah. You're by that reason, you're the best pilot.
That's better pool than I have.
Yeah, I have 1.
Yeah, you
vigor.
are in the most physical.
No, it's only 3. That's right. I had 2 vigor from... I didn't take down my drugs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not on drugs
Oh,
anymore.
shit. What was the repercussions of that? We never did deal with that.
Oh, yeah, addiction.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting sober.
All
Of
right.
course.
There's
makes
enough to
sense.
keep track of right now. I'm not going to deal with you guys becoming junkies the first time. First hit's always free.
First, it's free.
If you start using it for every single fight, then I'm definitely going to use it.
Hey, Dan. I got something for you.
No.
So, those are the 3
Oh, no, guys.
but
Driving through the dust storm.
I mean, it's just a problem-solving thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get it from point A to point B. The problem is the Martian Rangers don't want you to get that cargo to point B. But it's a big fucking planet. It's Mars. And there's a lot of shit going on. So.
We could do a little bit of both. We could set it up with scanners and stuff and drive through the...
You could also... I mean, I suggested a cargo haul. You don't have to put in a cargo haul. You could split it up among smaller vehicles.
Yeah, it probably needs to be a cargo hauler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just looking at these 2 with their 10 reflex.
Listen, I'm real smart, but
Yeah. So you could also compromise. You could also, instead of bribing one, blackmail a Martian Ranger too. So I mean, if you can just get a dirty one to do what you want, that's all you need. So.
it's almost like none of these options are great because we need to have a challenge.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, just driving through the storm sounds fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can
That's
certainly
what
kit
I
your
tend
vehicle out
to-
to be better at riding the storm.
Yeah.
And you could
the storm, man.
you could use at-rep or R-rep or something like that to get better information on the paths of dust storms.
Okay.
You certainly don't have to worry about the Martian Rangers because most people aren't
The eyes of the ranger won't be upon us.
Yeah, because exactly.
Walkers should have AIDS.
Yeah. So you choose a dust storm. So does anybody have R-rep?
I have R rep at 40, C rep at 40, and X rep at 50.
Okay, so with any of those, you could call in a minor favor to get forecasting for the next and plot it out to your, and then, so you get the forecasting data. For
I'll
dust
do
storms.
C rep, I guess.
Plus 10 for minor.
32 out of 50.
Almost good.
So you get that. Now, someone give me some kind of skill check to plot a route. That could be...
That rep, I guess.
Astronomy?
No, definitely not astronomy. It's on the
Because I
planet.
can't see the stars because
Yeah.
it's a dust storm.
Yeah, this is plotting a physical route.
Cryptography.
Data processing, taking
Nope.
all the data of the stuff that he
Yeah,
gets.
that's a very specialized thing. Survival or...
Nope.
What
I said data processing, everything that he gets.
Yeah, both of you give me a skill check. You could simulate a bunch of different
17.
routes.
38.
All right. So with your knowledge of the geography of Mars, looking at that and then using his data processing thing, you create and combine with the forecasting thing, you figure out a route.
Our powers combined.
So what'd you get exactly?
17.
17,
38.
38. So basically,
superior.
the equivalent, one superior success. So basically 3. Okay, so with that, there's going to be 2 openings. The best route you can do will have 2 times where you're detectable, and so with one of them, you realize you can take shelter in an abandoned settlement for about 12 hours. And another dust storm should pick up and allow you to continue on away. The last thing is actually towards the end, and you're just going to be out in the open, and you don't have a good solution for that. But you're going to be really far out. Mm-hmm. So the Martian Rangers might even think you're a vessel in distress who's totally lost. So you could just run at night and use stealth things like camouflage the cargo hauler.
I was gonna say, can we like fit up panels now that we could attach later that look like
There you go.
sand?
That's some at-rep stuff, right?
Well, it's basically like chameleon cloaking material, which is kind of like Ghost in the Shell optical camouflage. You can just put that all around the thing. So
tinfoil hat.
The last part will be the most tense because that's when, if they spot you, and if they decide they want to get you, you're pretty much out in the open. There's not much that no one's going to like fight off the entire Martian Ranger if they really want to get you. The question is like, 1, do they even notice you? 2, do they give a shit? 3, will they actually intervene? But that's the best you can do with that because you didn't get any crit successes or anything.
Fair enough.
But it gets you like 90% of the way in cover. So so now the main thing is also the cargo hauler itself. So this could also be a hacking stealth job here in the city because you need to get a vehicle that is not traceable to you, obviously.
I can hack and infosec and interface with the best of them. So
you say it's a major favor to get the skillware?
Yeah, or all of you pool your resources together. And I'll say Eleazar will kick in too. So you won't be able to call in any favors for more gear or anything.
Well, if I did, could I do X-Rep and spend a flex preemptively?
As a major favor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you that would negate the negative 30 penalty.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, I'll try that.
You just roll a base.
Not 3.
Barely. Yeah,
all right.
Not 3.
You get skillware implanted in your brain. And so you can get...
That's how you drive a stick.
It gives you 120 skill points worth of skill soft. That's how much you can carry at any time. So I'll give you the skill soft. Let's see here. Which gives you piloting ground craft at 40 plus your reflex. But then you can get either 2 more active skills or you can have knowledge skills up to 80. So you can get another one if you want. Well, actually, no, another one will cost you. But that would be a moderate favor to get another skill soft.
Cool.
Or in the future adventures, you could get another one.
Right. So does that go in my morph?
Yeah, it's an implant. Yep. It's an actual thing. They're operating on your brain.
Well, while he's doing that, means we've got to go deal with this, and
so
we can subtly hack.
I guess for hacking, you have time to do subtle hacking. You can hack one and get it pretty easily because no one's going to be able to repo it once it's 1,000 miles away from the city. The question is if by the time you get through the dust storm and you do a simple hacking thing, people are going to know it's a stolen vehicle. So, in which case, if it gets detected in the last part, it's going to be.
So we got to make sure this is really good.
Well, yeah. So,
how about if we hack and we try to find one that's like
not in a lot of use?
Yeah, or it's being. And we can add it to the system that it's being like sent in for repairs when it really doesn't need to. Okay. And like try to throw them off that way.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So infosec.
So you find a space Avis.
No, it's interface first, right?
Yeah. Interface to find it. Find the server you need to have.
67 out of 80.
Okay. You find it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, double
so go ahead and make your infosec check.
All right. Big money. Oh, shit. I'll flip that. 58.
58. That's good. You're in.
Superior.
So give me another interfacing check to make all the changes.
Well, let me mark this shit.
What are all the changes? Like, does that include the...
like send it in for repair, but also sending you the like password access code so you
So
can.
it doesn't include the camo.
Ooh.
No, you'll have to get the camo separately.
Wait a minute. I'm flipping that 80.
Okay. Yeah. So, but with an 80, yeah, that's very good. So you have the cargo hauler,
Double
yeah. So
superior.
now you need chameleon cloaking.
Okay.
Customized.
Can I make that with industrial hardware?
Yeah, you actually can.
I've got it now. I want to try.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll. Because you actually have access to Fabric, the one you're trying to
Yeah.
use to make your army, so you can use that.
Come on, big money. 27 out of 45.
Okay. You actually realize you can have it being like manufacture it while you're driving through the wastes, because it's going to be in an armored cargo compartment.
Nice.
So, yeah, you should. Yeah, you can just have it go. You probably are going to be a little short of material because you are. Well, actually, you could just recycle it when you're done with it. You can just reprocess it as raw materials. And
How long are we going to be?
it's going to take. Well, that's another thing.
Because we did the data processing.
Oh yeah, you did. It'll probably take you. Actually, you're taking a very circuitous route. It's going to take you like 3 weeks.
Okay, so I will get this pullback. Can I up this from a 27 to being like a superior? Is
Sure.
it possible?
Okay.
Okay. So it's a good thing. And then
Yeah.
that's all my flex for the day. I'm good. I'm going to go sleep now.
Okay.
I
So
don't like being a body.
Elzar's going to be still plugged into the symbol space while you're driving, so he's with you in body, but he's just zoning out, going through combat simulations. Calamity will meet you there, as she is, paving the way for, the nomads are really eager to get these fabbers, but they're also like, if this assault fails, they're going to take a lot of heat for it. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of finesse there, apparently. So, is there anything else you want to do before you leave the relative comfort and safety of the domes of New Shanghai to the wilds of Mars?
I can't think of anything. Can you?
Okay. So, you hit the road. You take the highways for a little bit, but the highways between the cities. Eventually, your plot is ostensibly going to take you near a settlement where it could, like, Martian Ranger will just assume you're going there to drop off supplies. But then you veer off course into a canyon, and then wait for the first dust storm to come by in order to exit the canyon. And then the fun part begins. As you get in. So you don't have to make your rolls to do this, but this takes you about, half a day just to get to there, 12 hours of driving. The cargo hauler is pretty spacious. You make it a little spacious, because you're going to be in here for a while.
Well, one good thing.
And also, two of you are robots.
Yeah, we only need food for you and Elzar.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got a food fabber.
Yep. So you and Elzar, and Elzar's not eating much because he's in VR.
Yay, protein gruel.
Yeah, essentially. Doing training mission after training mission to get the assault
Here, bud.
just right.
Here, bud.
What do you guys do as you first hit the road? There's an open mesh, basically the equivalent of CB radio, as their truckers are talking to each other, hauling cargo between cities. There's a flyway overhead where flying cars and hover vehicles are transporting people from city to city.
I don't really want to be on the mesh.
Same.
I think we're all going to go incognito or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Go real old school.
Like, what's the?
So is this
Read
like
it.
regular CB radio where, like you talk about Smoky Bears and all that? To
Stand forward, dude, buddy.
Yep. They're still they're called Smokies. Nobody knows exactly why, but the Martian Rangers, and no, they're called Ranger Bobs. Was that the one from Yogi there? Yeah,
Ranger Rick.
Ranger Smith, maybe. Yeah,
Ranger Smith.
Yeah, I think it's Ranger Smith. So there's Ranger Smiths. There's a lot of that's the term for Martian Rangers. As they get Martian speeding tickets and that kind of thing. Mostly they're looking for, contraband and hardcore things and, of course, weapons.
I'll just be paying attention to that while the autopilot's on and just kind of getting a feel for what the Ranger activity is looking like.
I think at least one of us should be up there, like, at every given however long, just to roll perception.
I mean, that's inevitable because you don't have that much space. Like, somebody's got to sit in the driver's seat at all time. There's, you could be strapped into the cargo compartment, actually. And, in fact, next to the fabbers. Actually, yeah, you could get in. Actually, there is a little door to get from the cab of the vehicle into the cargo container.
Yeah, Mr. Dragonfly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because you occasionally, because there's a lot of camo tent. You're basically making a camo cloak, but tent sized for the vehicle. And so you have to baby the nanofabber occasionally because the road gets bumpier and bumpier.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Driving.
Well, I'll be doing that, but I'm also I'm going to be off the mesh.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called when you're going?
Just
private mode?
Yeah,
Private mode.
Yeah.
Going to be private mode. I am going to work on other things.
Okay.
Because we're going to be there for weeks. So when I have time, you're working on other things.
Okay. As you can. You can't. Yeah, as long as you're not in a dust storm, you can't access the mesh. It does get a little spottier. But the cargo hauler does have a long range antenna.
I'm not going to be on the mesh. I'm going to be
just
going through things and reviewing lots of things.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Okay. Sure. Cadence, what about you?
I pre-downloaded a whole bunch of textbooks, and I'm reading up on psychology and psychosurgery.
Oh, yeah?
All the latest articles from the medical journals.
Okay. Anything in any particular topic?
Just alpha forking and memory loss and those kinds of things.
Okay.
Could she get like a specialization because we're going to be doing that for a while?
Not for free. It's
I'm trying to help her.
I know, but no. That costs res points. So there's a lot of work from the academia about merging alpha forks. As society goes along. That seems to be a bigger and bigger problem now. They actually specifically mention people who have escaped ego trafficking cartels and find out that they are an alpha fork. There's over 20 documented cases, and there's
fascinating.
Yes, it's quite like long term. Like, what happens if you merge two egos that have led like over a year difference of different lived experiences, and results vary. In some cases, it can actually improve the merged person. But
fascinating.
Yeah, it is very fascinating.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I figured that's what I was meaning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of assumed it. It's pretty good. So, are any of you talking about anything? Like your upcoming job?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be talking.
Okay.
I'll while we have the radio.
I mean, I'm an enigma.
Yeah.
I'll chat with the truckers. Just make ourselves seem innocuous.
Okay, yeah. You can all hear this, by the way. It's just audibly broadcast. Hey there. What's your call sign?
Big Ben.
Great babe.
Great Ape.
Oh.
Okay.
Magilla.
That's good.
Hey there, Great Ape. How's it hanging? I hope Ranger Smith ain't gonna bother you today.
Well, hopefully we got nothing to worry about. No Ranger Smiths need to be poking around you.
Yep. The damn Rangers, they should be out there in that Titan quarantine zone fighting them monsters coming out.
Oh, what? Has there been another one?
Well, there's always something creeping out there. They say it's contained. They say that nothing can get out, but, I mean...
Pretty certain my cousin hit one the other day while going on this route.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, they covered it up. I didn't see any reports on that.
Yeah, that's one... Well,
They're this far away from the zone. Oh, damn it. I should have gotten an extra Guardian Angel with a machine gun on it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You like those new X80 models?
Oh, those X-Men! Oh, they're crap. They're crap. They fucked up the flight stability software. Yeah, now it just tries to ram everything with eelware, and it just even though it doesn't know how to. It's So you talk shop about bots. For a little bit.
I wonder if I infected something.
And but he does then start going like a weird tangent about Gatecrashers and how they're not real jobs. So yeah, those damn Gatecrashers with their their fancy weapons and tools. They don't have a real job. They just walk through a thing and they're on some alien paradise. And
Roll provoke, Ross.
yeah, yeah, exactly. He's not very he's not very good.
He don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Apparently.
He's literally just making stuff up.
Yeah, yeah. Especially because that's even like in popular culture, gatecrashing is seen as like a near, like almost suicidal to a lot of people because of how dangerous it is, and also the fact nobody knows who the fuck built them.
Well, it's like, I'll play along.
Yeah,
It's like, it's got to be a paradise because they come back all jacked up and out of their gourds.
damn. Yep.
Well, who'd want to live in a paradise and then come back to this hot mess?
Yeah. Damn Mars. Well, that's okay. I got a plan. When they finally get the oceans raised and the atmosphere fine, I bought some land. It'll be beachfront property.
Oh,
Yeah, only take another 200 years. Only 200 more years of trucking, and then it's easy street for me.
yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. I figure I even bought up my own indentured body, but I'm thinking about selling it and just be the truck.
Just to be the truck?
Just be the truck. That'll shave 20 years off it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, not the terraforming, but the morphs are really expensive these days. I don't know why I got an organic body.
Yes. They ain't as great as they used to be, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Nope. Not since they made it. We messed up the Ruster morph. You got to come in every 6 months for gene therapy or you'll die. Planned obsolescence is more like it.
Yeah, well, without it, they couldn't make money, right? Everyone's got to have a job.
Yep. Yeah, well, they got a plan for that with these damn uplifts taking their jobs.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Anyway.
Them uplifts, what you gonna do?
Yeah. You ought to make a... I don't know what to do.
Well, we already got them rounded up in camps wherever we could. It's not like we let them hold office.
Well, in the Titanian Commonwealth, them damn socialists...
Well, they ain't here. That's why we get to live our life trucking and free.
Well, then Titanian saboteurs are coming in for, like...
I'm turning off my audio implants.
Yep. Well, trucker radio never changes.
I have enhanced hearing, and I have
Space
turned
trucker.
it off.
That was a really bad movie. Space Truckers.
Yeah. So...
It's like, Space Rush Limbaugh's show's coming on. Gotta listen to that.
Apparently. No, he died horribly in the fall. Well, they say it's Rush Limbaugh, but most people think it's just an AGI pretending to be Rush Limbaugh based on his recordings.
It wouldn't be that difficult to program.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the first 12 hours goes by like that, pretty smooth driving. You go by a settlement nearby, and then you just head off for the canyon. So first, give me that first drive check.
25.
All right. Yeah. You get in, you're going through the canyon. And so you get to the edge of the canyon, basically the other end of the canyon, and you just have to wait for the dust storm to hit. And there is one predicted to come fairly soon. But you're just out there waiting.
You got that open mesh up. You want to...
Well, you're pretty much at the edge of the trucker radio radius. After this, it's going to be pretty sporadic. Like, you can beam in, connect to the mesh to the city from where you are with a long-range antenna, but, like, for specific messages, but that's,
Almost.
like, not real time because of server, essentially lag. And, yeah. Also, the hypercorps that control the meshes of the cities and stuff throttle people who try to connect from outside. So,
Throttle.
yep. It's fine.
Oh,
It's
I
fine.
was just
Yep.
looking at
Nope.
the cover.
It's fine. Pay no attention.
Pay no attention to the man behind the GM screen.
Yeah. So, you have to wait for hours and hours.
Wait.
Yep. It's night. It's very, very cold,
Play
like
solitaire.
negative 50.
We have space chess.
Yeah.
I play solitaire on my Pip-Boy.
All right. Yeah. You're all just confined in metal blocks for a while as it gets colder and colder. Frost forms on the windshield. You keep the engine. Yeah. The robots are fine.
Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't bother me.
And you have enough power and fuel to last for months. You don't really have to worry about that. But yeah, you keep it kind of cool so that it doesn't show too much on thermal sensors because you're under an outcropping of solid rock that will hopefully conceal your position from satellites. But yeah, that it continues on for a while. But then finally, and then you start hearing the howling long before the dust storm really hits, and. Yeah, it's loud and the ground is shaking a little bit. The whole vehicle is sort of trembling ever so.
Turn off my hearing.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that you got all the way through the trucker talk without doing that.
Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was totally focused on my other thing.
Yeah, you're making quite a bit of camo material.
Yep.
So.
I'm making all the camo material. Mm-hmm. That's what I've been doing.
That's all you've been doing.
That's all I've been doing. It is really intricate, let me tell you.
So then the dust storm hits in force, and it is just this howl. It kind of surprises you all. The mesh goes down entirely. You're all cut off for the first time. Maybe since
possibly
the fall.
Ever.
Yeah, possibly ever. Everyone give me a will save.
Yep, not liking this.
A will save. Is that
will times 3?
Okay.
When I ask for an attribute,
critical success 44. Critical superior.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a gatecrasher. I've been off the mesh a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. Give me that paladin check. I'll give you plus 10 because you're fucking psyched.
You're excited.
47.
Yeah.
So
superior.
Yeah.
So you gun the engines and you're going through it. And
driving a truck.
And basically because of what you're watching is actually sort of like you have it's very easy to get super high res maps of Mars. So they down to like large rocks in the way. And so basically you have this augmented reality interface that you're basically piloting a mapped version of your route, and then because you can't really see the real Mars out there very well through the dust storm.
It's like going down the river in Oregon Trail.
You're just hoping that the map is the territory in this case because exactly. You see the problem here because if there's something the map missed, it's going to be real bad. So you're obviously watching, so you give me a perception check.
I mean, it is a storm; it could blow shit in our way.
It definitely is blowing shit in your way.
Perception is not a thing.
Perceive the skill.
Perceive.
Oh, perceive.
Yeah.
Would you like me to assist?
I got it at 60.
You have enhanced vision.
That
would give you a plus 10, but
no.
But I see a 23. So yeah,
23. I'm fine.
So you succeed regardless. So yeah, you're spotting potholes and things like that. The cargo hauler, by the way, is a big fucking vehicle, and it has 6. It is got like 250 durability, by the way. And
how we doing up there, Chaiu?
Everything's fine. Just dodging rocks. Woo!
Yeah,
that's a big one.
The freight trucks are used to carry supplies to isolated habitats and terraforming operations on Mars. It has, let's see here, 250 durability, wound threshold of 50, 12-10 armor, and yeah, it is a wheeled vehicle, and it is big. So
it's either too heavy for the storm to move, or it's so wide it's like sailing more than driving.
Well, I mean, it's actually modified to like withstand dust storms and stuff like that. Your autopilot is obviously is recommended you do not move and engage the parking brake for this. Very well, you are in manual control. Good luck. You will need it. So,
thanks, autopilot.
Yeah, there's just a nonstop cacophony of rocks bouncing against the hull. Some of them are fast enough that they do scratch it, but like you have 10 kinetic armor. So you might take a couple of points of durability. And again, you need 50 damage before the vehicle even notices. So, you're fine. But you're cut off from the outside mesh. So, and there's only so much you can read, or I don't know, Cadence, are you still...
I disagree. I can read a lot.
Okay. Designate.
Turn off all your sensors and just focus.
Yeah.
Driving a truck.
Yep, I'm doing my thing.
Driving a big
Okay.
old truck.
You're all very focused on your tasks.
Yep, I'm doing my thing.
Is there any music or anything to try and drown out the?
Oh yeah, I'm listening to
Apparently.
I'm listening to classic truckers tunes and or the Death Star trench run.
All right.
Classic Trucker Tunes Volume 3.
All right. So about 6 hours in, you do pick up through the sensors in your own site. You do see something that is not on the map.
What?
And it is a rectilinear shape of some kind.
Rectilinear? So like a rectangle?
Yeah, like manufactured, not like a rock.
Okay.
But you can't tell because it's a silhouette against your headlights, and it's not directly in your path. So, do you stop? If you have a vac suit, you could get out, and the vac suit. I mean, dust storms.
I have a vac suit with armor.
Yeah. Totally go out there, check it out if you wanted to.
Hey, Chaiu, what are you doing?
We got something coming up there. Looks like it could be either someone in distress or it might be another ambush.
Oh yeah, you look on the all three of you can give me interface checks to see if you can detect any mesh signals from it.
Yeah,
Because you're close enough that you would be able to.
I don't.
You're like 50 meters from it.
superiorly succeed.
Okay, yeah, there is a mesh signal.
I will keep that failure for this, just in case.
So there is a mesh signal coming from it. So
With the superior success, you recognize it is like the mesh. It's the kind of mesh signal a person would emit. Like everybody has mesh inserts. Essentially, everybody has Wi-Fi enabled, and that's like a person's Wi-Fi.
We've got a person up ahead.
You want to try to open a connection, see if they need help?
We're supposed to be sneaky right now, aren't we?
Fair enough.
Well, what about your motivations, anybody?
What about my motivations?
I think I'm probably gonna be like, we should probably help.
My motivations are AGI personhood. Is this a AGI person?
You can't tell. It might be.
Could be an AGI.
It could be. What about you, Des?
Oh, I've got two that definitely like
yeah.
AGI personhood, but philanthropy.
Oh,
So-
yeah, no, you definitely.
So I'm like, guys, we should probably help.
Someone needs to open up and communicate. I'm
Alright.
trying to not
All
hit them.
right, all right.
no, they're off to the side. They're just within. You're about 50 meters right now.
Don't want to talk to them, Ross.
Okay, that's
They-
fine. All right, sorry.
I am not a social monkey.
All right.
I am also not really a social
I'm the
monkey.
social monkey of the group.
I can infosec or interface.
All right.
But
Yeah, I'm gonna put things aside that I'm working on.
Since you did succeed on detecting the signal, you don't have to make a roll to just hail them.
Well, can I put up like guards or something ahead of time so that?
Yeah, you automatically always do.
Okay, so yeah.
The only
I
other
can tell
thing
if they're
you,
lying.
Hail,
Maybe.
alive or dead there?
Well, I mean, the only
are
other
you
thing-
in distress?
You're
in a storm.
there is one thing you could do, which is unplug your own mesh inserts and run it as a separate device, so it's not plugged into you. So if it gets hacked, only it gets hacked.
Okay, yeah, I'll do
So
that.
you do that. And since you're a robot, you can just unplug it and then plug it back in.
Yep.
You do that, and it says,
body.
hey there, sport. This is Coach. I'm a muse. My person, who I'm not sure if I have been authorized to let you know who they are, is in a coma. They are in a biomorph, and they are low on oxygen and the medicines, and it is a dire, critical situation. Really appreciate it.
I'll relay that to the others.
You'd be a team player.
Medical services, then.
I'm going to roll persuade on the muse to see if I can get more information about who this person is. You know.
You're talking to the muse?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have persuade?
Yes.
Give me a persuade roll. See how persuasive you are.
46 out of 60. That's
All right, so
superior.
what's your pitch?
You know, been through these parts before, and
You haven't, but
no, I haven't.
yeah.
I know a lot about this area. There we
You
go.
don't.
That's persuade.
Okay.
We do.
You don't.
Because
Oh,
we
yeah,
know,
you
we
do.
do. We do.
Yeah, that's
We do know a lot because I'm trying not to deceive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We know a lot about this area, and we know better than to just be taking everybody on their word. I'm sure you understand that. So, I'm sure that you're friend there in the coma would really appreciate a lift or maybe some help or something.
Yes.
But we're going to need a little bit more information about who he is, where he comes from, that kind of stuff. You understand? Because we don't want to just open up and let somebody in here that could just kill us all. I mean, that would be awful.
If you could tell me who you are, I would know who my MVP, it would be willing to talk to.
Well, let's see. Now I'm gonna have to lie.
Who did what now?
I got a superior success.
A hold of Coach the Muse, and there's a person running out of oxygen. Ooh.
Jeez, ghost. Damn it.
There's a person running out of oxygen, and now we're trying to find out if they who they are, because the coach won't tell us yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a flex. I'm gonna lie.
Okay.
I'll say that we are we're freelancers working for I don't know, some hypercorp thing, that something got lost in this area, and we're trying to find it, and we thought we could beat the storm, but I guess we kind of
Couldn't.
What are you trying to find? I'll tell you for free. Are you looking for materials or a person? Are you bounty hunters?
No.
Okay.
Materials. Lost materials is what I was
So you're
saying.
salvage experts.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Yep.
All right. Let's do this. Now I'll flip it.
Okay.
And that's a superior 45 out of 45.
My MVP is Jane, normal person. And they give you a mesh ID that looks brand new.
I'm relaying everything.
Does anybody have any knowledge skills relating to criminality?
Kinesthetics.
Well, we can't use kinesics. We're not really seeing anything.
Yeah.
Uplift, Rice, and Sociology are my closest ones.
Sociology actually give me something.
Yeah, 37. 37.
That's a superior.
This person's out here. They've not emitted a distress beacon. This is a personal mesh signal. Mm-hmm. You are guessing this is a person who is on the run from somebody. This is the kind of area that a fugitive of some kind would be found in. And they're obviously, given their guarded response to corporations, maybe, for example, an escaped indentured worker who is afraid of bounty hunters. Or
not
something.
Like we don't have an ego hunter on board right now.
He was Eleazar was asked not to be disturbed.
So I got it. Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Chaiu, Gatecrasher.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're saying the oxygen's running low. What are the exact levels? Make a survival check. Try to get
All right, sure.
Try to see if I can.
The person's also
31.
They put themselves in a coma to survive the low levels, or are they injured somehow?
You asked him. He said, they are injured, and they did go to sleep, take some painkillers sedatives to go to sleep to conserve oxygen.
Okay.
So 31 on the survival check, being able to
basic success. It's not good. This and also you've had more time to look at the vehicle. You don't have any sort of cargo haulers don't have expanded sensors. That kind of thing. But you do, just from looking at it, can see it's taken some damage from something. You're not sure. There are some dents and holes in it, so that have been patched up roughly, with. So and it's on its side. It's some sort of.
So with levels that low, you got to be leaking. About how much are you leaking per hour?
Oh, he gives you a quote figure. Yeah, I mean,
mostly just trying to espouse we are trying to help.
The between the dust storm burying this vehicle and they're lowering oxygen level, this person is going to be, the biomorph is going to be dead.
So could we give them oxygen without, would that save them, or do we have to
their hauler is probably damaged,
take them along?
Right? Well, you could give them some supplies. The Muse has control over the person. Does have metachines, and the Muse has control over the metachine, so that you could use the metachines to awaken the person. It's like, hey, someone dropped off supplies. Now so we would have a fighting chance of doing something. But they would not. They're going to completely die if you do nothing. If you give them supplies, they would have a chance. If you take them with you, they would definitely survive. As
long as we did.
Yes, that's exactly it, Cadence. That is exactly it.
I mean,
look,
I have medical services. I can help. We have the
I can try to repair
thing.
the vehicle or something. That's hardware industrial, right?
Not in this
condition because
because of the storm. Also, it looks pretty damaged. It would take you some time.
I mean, if we can, you'd be the only one that could really go over there and get the guy.
Cadence could do it too.
I was gonna say.
If I tried to, wow.
Yeah, you would.
You would be a bird.
Yeah, you're
in the
too
wind.
small and light.
Candle in the wind.
Yeah.
Ironically, the servitor robot.
But here's the thing: I'm the only one really gunning for it because of my motivations.
I mean,
all right, Coach. Here's the deal: we can try to either leave you some supplies, or we might even be able to take you with us since we haven't taken too much damage yet. But we got to know what we're taking on.
For real this time.
Yeah. I will awaken my MVP, and they will be with you in a moment. So a few minutes go by, and the groggy voice comes on. It's like, hi, yeah,
Jane, any person, I presume.
Normal person.
Yeah.
What's your real name?
Look,
we're here. We're gonna save your butt. Look, you're gonna die. We need to know what we're taking on. We don't want to leave you here. But we also don't want to risk ourselves and.
Okay, well, my indentured contract. I'm trying to flee. My contract started they wanted me to do stuff I didn't want to do, and it got to be intolerable. So I kind of liberated some things and left, and they sent some people after me, and I don't know what happened to them. I guess I thought I got them, but they.
Is this audio or is it video?
It's audio.
Okay. So
some bounty hunters, some ego hunters after me, but they got off a missile on my vehicle and I crashed and I fell unconscious, and I guess the storm I was returning fire. It was complicated. So
I'm willing to take them on if you guys are.
Yeah, you can call me Dash. That's how I.
All right, Dash.
Yeah.
Look,
you won't regret this. I can help whatever you're doing. I'm on the run, and like you don't sound like you're lost out here in the storm. So whatever you're up to, I'm down. Like whatever.
Well, I'm sure his muse filled him in on my lie. So
yeah.
All right, look, Dash. We're gonna send a very capable.
And I can pay you back.
I'm sure you'll pay us back. But look, for right now, we're gonna send our very capable man over there. More of an ape. His name's Chaiu, so don't be freaking out.
Okay.
He's gonna come over. He's gonna help you. You didn't give your name, and we've got someone else assisting as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
and I'll be monitoring from
truck.
where I'm at, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no funny business.
Of course. Yeah, I don't have any weapons. I do have some cargo, but you can scan it. It's just it's a portable server. It is got some important stuff on it that is personal. I won't even turn it on. It won't even it'll be inert. All right.
These balls are inert. Anyway.
All right.
So
it's up to you two.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of the truck.
Okay, give me athletics. Now you are connected to a spindle, so unless you crit fail, you won't get lost. But
56 out of 80.
Are you just gonna get them over here, over to the arch vehicle, or do you need my help somehow? Okay. Ask if
he can take
Dash
an extra
walk.
spindle, right?
I can. It's something's wrong with my leg. The machines say it's it's got a internal fracture, but they're working on it. So my left leg's kind of shitty, but I got some smart clothes on with a rebreather and shit. So,
my athletics. Here's my math. My athletics is all of 30.
Yeah, I got it.
So
I'm at 80.
Can you take
if
a
you
second
can get him
spindle
over,
and plug
I
him in
can
just in case you lose him?
Yeah.
No, he's cabled on. So like you have a spindle with.
But for the other guy. So you can hook him on too.
Yeah. The same spindle can do multiple connections.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's smart rope. So you get there.
Space rope.
There is a person with smart clothing, covering them in the rebreather mask, and just one sort of suitcase-sized cargo thing with strapped onto their back.
And that's her server.
Yeah, I mean that's what she says it was. You don't have T-ray emitters or anything, so
Not that I'm aware of.
yeah, you'd have to have
that's
T-ray
Jason's
emitter
character. That's got all the
or
craziness.
to make sure that it's not a bomb.
yeah. So it looks like a cargo container.
All right. Well,
yeah.
athletics to get back.
No, you can just you just need the one. It's like again, there's no other complications. Dust storm is bad, but you're a very large gorilla.
A very large gorilla who's very capable in his body.
Yeah, and it's like it's not the worst dust storm. It's about average for a dust storm.
Yeah.
So
Then in
Regular type.
I'll just have to bathe extra hard, I guess.
yeah. So you get Dash on
hard to
board.
reach areas.
She is in a Ruster morph, which again, red skin, humanoid. But she has a cargo thing and her smart clothes, and that's it.
Does she have any food in that thing?
Uh,
That ship?
No, let's scan the shit out of that.
there were some packets. Scan with what? Cargo hauler doesn't have any sensor modules on it, aside from like the basic kind of cameras. You don't have like T-ray emitters or enhanced things like that. So yeah, you're fine.
She's got a backpack nuke for all we know.
You could ask her to open it up if you want to.
I'll let you guys handle that in the back.
Okay.
I'll deal with it.
All
I
right.
was going to say, don't ask me to do it.
All right. Are you gonna-
She'll do nothing.
All right, Dash. My friend here.
So we get him in and we get back on the road.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Dash is in a female morph, by the way. Yeah. Or a female presenting morph. Sorry. Yeah. Wait.
So
yeah.
I'm
You're gonna-
6. I'm the one you've been dealing with.
Mhm.
You know.
Thank you again.
No worries. My friend here is pretty good at medicine.
Mhm.
She can look at your leg.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm gonna have to ask. I need to see what's in the bag. You know.
Sure. She pushes a
Oh,
button
not
on. Yeah, because that's really what it's.
Oh,
Person-
exo threat.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck
Never
you
mind.
for being
Never
nice,
mind
Jason.
This campaign, it's over.
She opens up. It's a portable server. It is turned off.
Okay.
I won't turn it on. It'll be unplugged and in the suitcase the entire time. And,
So is this medical services?
Yeah,
then?
medical service would work. Yeah.
Can I use like
'Cause we do have
hardware
some-
electronics just to see what it is?
yep.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, you treat her leg. It'll heal faster with the medicines, and your treatment. It'll heal in a day. So, sorry, what were you?
Hardware, electronics, industrial, something just to look.
You do
at
have
it.
the utility. You have the standard kit tool thing from Cadence, so you can use that. So yeah, go ahead and make your check.
Yeah, I'm just looking it over. I'm not going to turn it on, but
Well, you can use the toolkit to like probe it a little bit.
yeah, 52 out of 60.
Yeah, it's got a couple security features on it. Additional like.
But no red button, boom.
It's not. No, there's no radioactivity. It is a server. It's got additional hardware to secure its contents through an encryptograph.
I mean, there's a pretty good chance we're aiding in a kidnapping, but
It could be like, it could be a bunch of egos.
You don't know what's in the day. You don't know what's in the server.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
You could even. You do have a Fabro on board. You could like build your own cage for it, so she couldn't access it, and make sure it stays air gapped if you were really paranoid.
driving a truck.
No worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is your paranoia
New
fest.
leg.
Yep. Yeah, basically.
I mean, it's me out of character. Me in character is like, yeah, I did a good thing.
You did do it. Yeah. Get +1 flex.
Hooray!
You saved a person without making them pay ahead of time. I mean, you can always ask for payment later, but you
Don't
didn't.
want payment.
Yeah.
I did a good thing.
Yep. So, give me one more piloting check.
Driving a
That's
big
when this
old truck.
person turns out to be poor or rich.
Why do you want to flip that?
Yeah, let's vigor flip that.
Okay.
Big old flip.
19 now.
So for this entire trip, until you get a time where you can sleep for a day without doing anything, you can't do a long rest. You can do 2 short rests at any time, and that restores 1d6 pool points to whatever. But yeah, for you, you're going to be basically on active duty for a long time. So
Pet pills, pet pills.
well, you didn't bring any unless you already have some. Like,
No.
You could get a gland that
Hey, guys.
secretes them in your brain, but that's for later. So you get to your first checkpoint, which is the abandoned settlement. And the abandoned settlement essentially is got a large hangar that they had fabbers and shit like that in there, and you can pull in there and stay in there until, because the dust storm is still going on while you pull in, but you're hundreds of kilometers away from anywhere now, and it's very isolated, very abandoned. And yeah, everyone give me a perceive check as you pull in.
Oh, nope.
Nope.
I fail.
Ought to.
Okay. You do notice scorch marks on some of the walls
Of the canyon?
of the settlement. Again, there are multiple buildings here. It's partially buried in the
Like
sand.
scorch marks as in fire or scorch marks as in...
Weapons discharge,
Okay.
like energy weapons. So, yeah,
Old?
yeah. I don't know. Do you have
Yeah.
it's you're looking at these
You
in
want
a
to
dust storm.
CSI this thing?
So you pull into the
What's the
hangar.
carbon dating on these?
Yeah, you'd have to examine them more closely to figure out their age. You pull in the
detective
hangar,
mode
which
right
is the doors are closed, but you get one. You physically get out and pull it open. So that you don't have to roll for that because it's just opening.
Ape power.
Yeah, ape power is also just a fucking door.
Light power beats door.
Yeah, and then you autopilot
Super
the vehicle in and then close the hangar door. There are some holes in it, sand is coming in, but it's like 95% safe from the storm. So you can all get out and stretch your legs a little bit if you care.
Who needs to stretch?
I'm gonna go.
Dash certainly does.
I'm gonna go take a nap now.
Yeah, so...
Hey, precisely 2. What I needed.
Yep. And so now you have to wait until the next dust storm hits before you can leave.
That's 12 hours.
Approximately. But yeah.
Can I use my psychology skills on Dash to like figure out if I think that this is like a decent person?
Well, that's
or...
more. You would need more data. First, give me kinesics.
I'll-
Okay.
I'll talk with him. We'll just make chit chat. Her.
Her.
I'm sorry. With her.
Yeah. 03.
Okay. Dash is understandably nervous and fidgety. Dash spends most of her time watching the camera feeds on the rear of the truck to see if anyone seems to be pursuing you. Mm-hmm. So she is, you would guess with a 3 kinesics check, she is still worried that the eco hunters are still after her.
But she doesn't seem like she's telling a lie or anything.
She doesn't talk a lot unless you talk to her. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Was trying to engage her in conversation.
Okay,
So
what do you talk to her about?
Cadence could do that. Well,
What's in the box?
No. Just
she
trying
just
to make
leaves it
some
on the
small
floor
talk,
in the
like
side. Yeah.
So
She doesn't seem like
before
really
all
concerned
this,
with it.
before all this shit
It's
went
locked
down,
up,
you know
so,
what?
yeah. I'm sorry, what?
Before all this went down, what was your occupation?
I was a consultant, quote unquote, for Elysium. They're trying to upgrade their police force, improve their response times, and professionalize them.
Does that name ring a bell?
Elysium's a city.
Oh, okay.
They have a police force. You don't necessarily know anything about that. That would be more of a security officer.
Oh, well, that's
the reason why their police force sucks so much is the leadership is very bad, and they are dug in because of nepotism. They are connected to the people who run Elysium, and so they treat it as their own personal force of minions to do whatever they want.
so cronyism, corruption.
Also, I don't like that person. Have them arrested. And then they wonder why their cops are not professional and don't act very well when security situations happen. So, so both of you can give me kinesis checks for that.
That's some shit. Yeah, that's awful. Like, can't imagine that kind of stuff is even tolerable.
Okay.
Sleeping in a truck.
What'd you get?
I failed.
Okay. She seems believable.
Okay. It was 12 under 40 if you need to know that.
Okay. It seems plausible.
Okay.
Sleeping in a big old truck.
I'm just talking.
Yeah. It's not the first time you've been in a vehicle sleeping. Like, that's actually the common Gatecrasher thing.
Yeah.
Just to explore. And it reminds you of Gatecrasher ops in a lot of ways.
Uh-huh.
So, this was like as you're pulling in, or like right before you pull in, or this is before you even get to the settlement. So, because you have nothing to do for a while, but to have a talk. I wanted to get out of there before, because they were giving me token responsibilities, but clearly setting me up to be the fall guy for the next fuck up. And I left. I thought I left in such a way they wouldn't realize it, or that they would thought I was, dead or something, and they would have just restored my backup, and then my backup would have to deal with that shit, and I could start a new life. But obviously, I wasn't as slick as I thought I was. So
I'm gonna go on a rant about just Martian political stuff, like their whole politics, because it's obviously the opposite of me growing up on like a titanium home. And like, if I let that slip, that's fine. Like, I'm just
sure.
That's mostly what I'm going to just be doing, just to kind of engage in small talk, saying, yeah, that's awful. I can't believe that societies still do this. Like, don't they realize that there's a collective good, that like, you shouldn't put people in charge like that there's corruption, just
yeah. She seems quite in when you mention, when she does figure out that you're Titanian and asks a lot of questions about it. She seems very interested.
Very open, which is the whole point. Is I'm trying to get her to relax so that psychology rolls.
I would like to psychology her.
All right, give me some.
I would like to psychology at her.
Okay.
I want to throw things.
Yeah, that's a superior success.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, the thing with indentures is they're mostly the not unskilled labor, but certainly not people who are put in positions of trust or authority, like a consultant to professionalize a police force. I mean, it's not unheard of, but it's unusual, so she must have specialized skills for that. You see her responses. She does seem to, she has definitely got police training. You can tell she is being very friendly and getting a lot of information from her Designate, but not giving very much back. So she is definitely guarded and alert, and someone who is used to being thrown in situations outside of their control. So probably a little fatalistic, and showed very low regard for her own alpha fork. So pretty low on the empathy. So those are things you pick up.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular you're trying to find out?
With us?
Yeah, I mean, secret TACnet, but
Yeah.
I guess I'm just trying to calculate odds that she's gonna betray us essentially anytime now.
She is not going to betray you. She's not obviously loyal to you per se, but she does not strike you as a sociopath or a narcissist who is driven to betrayal, but if there were circumstances in which case it would be extremely advantageous for her to do it, she would probably do it.
Okay.
So she is self-serving, is your summary.
Okay.
Not necessarily evil, but this is a tough world. Everyone's got to look out for themselves. Sort of
convey this to the boys,
and that's fine. And I'm trying to. I'll just keep spitting stuff and trying to make her just think I'm completely naive, which I kind of am. I mean, my character is.
Yeah, she does seem to realize that. Well, actually, yeah. Give me another set of kinesics checks.
Oh yeah, 32.
Nope, just over.
Okay. No. Like I said, guarded and alert.
That's all I get. Okay.
Yep. So you get pulled into the settlement. You saw the scorch marks, but you got some time to kill, or you can just sit there and wait.
And once I get a nice nap in, I guess I'll go exploring.
Okay. So, yeah, actually, all of you can give me perceive checks as you are all scoping your environment out.
24.
No.
39. 60.
Okay. So, Dash also, like kind of was watching outside the hangars and everything. He's like, I don't think we're totally alone here. I see some signs
You don't
of...
think we're alone now?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I think I'm a clone now.
What? No. I don't understand. So
many music references.
Yeah.
I know. This is
I can't help
reference
it.
night.
I can't help it. I didn't get as much sleep last night.
she peers out into the gloomy darkness. Says, I see signs of habitation. I think someone's here. There might be squatters. There's no mesh traffic that I can detect, but
These signs of wild artificial life.
I don't think so. Wild artificials would have attacked us by now, or made some noise, or like tried to drive us off by now.
I can try to roll
Survival to see if I can determine like how big.
You don't have much evidence to go on right now. You're just like looking out, and she's actually. You all guess she must have enhanced vision or something, because she's seeing shit talking about shit that you don't see at all.
Okay.
It's real dark, and it's like imagine like a Mars colony, but it's all wrecked up and shit and half buried in the sand. You're in the biggest intact building in there, and even that's partially.
Dan, you don't have
There's
infiltrate, right? That's not your skill.
I have some infiltrate, not much.
I've got
You do have enough chameleon
I've got
cloaking
50.
that you could wrap around it yourself and use that as chameleon cloaking. You could cut off a swatch of it and then use
How
it as
much longer for the sandstorm to come through?
hours.
Okay.
At most.
Let me
at
infiltrate.
least.
I'll tack net. I've got a 50, and I'll throw that on there to give me a plus 30, right?
Yeah, plus 20.
Plus 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do that.
Okay.
The reason why, tack net. You guys don't trust her. I'm naively trusting her. But I don't want to leave her alone here. Not again.
Sure.
So I'll go, and you guys can tack net and watch through me and stuff.
You find a hole in the ceiling that you can crawl out of, and
I'm flying.
give me an infiltrate check.
41 out of 70.
Okay. Give me a
learned.
perceive check.
I'll flip that.
Okay.
It's 57 out of 60. So that's a superior.
Okay. You do spot a figure, and the figure spots you and raises some kind of weapon. What do you do?
Dive!
All right, give me free fall, I think. Or
I think.
let me double check. I can't remember. For flying, I think that is.
Yeah, it's going to have to be.
Let's see.
Maybe a dragonfly morph, but he forgot to actually learn how to fly.
I guess you could use.
Fly.
Actually, no. To make a barrel with a wing morph, it's actually athletics because you're in gravity.
That's fine. Spinning flex.
Okay.
Penguin.
For what? To get a plus 20 to your.
And then plus 20? I thought it was plus 30.
I believe it's plus 20. I actually forgot to bring my summary.
That we were playing last week. It was plus 30.
Well, it's negate.
Well, I pass it.
Okay.
I get a 21.
Because you spotted him, you basically you both are spotted by the others, and it doesn't fire as you dive.
It is a plus 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was on the other side of the thing.
Don't like it. Fuck.
And you lose eyes on it, obviously, in order to dive. Okay. So you have a last known position, but that's it. And obviously, you're not tack netted in with Dash, but Dash picks up on both of you. Like, alert. As both of you, especially you, because you actually have a face. You're like, what is it?
Someone leveled a weapon.
Oh shit. Yeah, maybe it's a squatter. Could be. Maybe this is a hideout for a criminal gang.
It's criminals. Those dastardly things.
I mean, we're really far from a Titan quarantine zone. I don't think it's an exsurgent or anything. It's not a waste walker.
Shouldn't be.
Can I try and you said there? Oh, never mind. You said there was no mesh signals at all.
There's mesh now. Like the storm's passed.
Okay, so can I
That's how you can tag up with each other too.
infosec to see if I can find the signals that
it would be interface to find.
Oh, interface. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do that to
find a hidden signal?
Try and find a signal.
Mm-hmm.
We get signal.
Yeah, 20.
You can find a faint. There is a faint mesh signal.
Just one.
Just one that is encrypted. So.
All right. So convey that.
So
try to hack it, but
you get that. It's actually pretty close range. You're too far away. You would have to be in the same room to okay, or approximately within 20 meters of it. So you get that position, but it's too far away. You could detect it, but you can't connect to it. It's also going to reject you because it's an encrypted signal. Yeah. So you would have to
muttering under my breath. This is why I don't like having a bot.
All right, so you flew. You got cover. You're just sort of you flew behind some buildings essentially.
I thought I was going right back down.
Oh, back into the hangar.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're back in the
Screw
hangar.
that.
Yep.
Hi guys. I don't like
How
it.
far away was it? The thing that spotted you.
438 meters. And there's multiple buildings. Again, this is a small colony / settlement, and you don't know the history of it.
After he saw him, and I is it moving closer or farther?
You got lost eyes on it. That's
the mesh signal.
Oh, the mesh signal's static. It seems to be in the same position.
Someone's hut. Let's then move out and infiltrate myself.
Okay.
Here, between the buildings.
Infiltrate myself.
Cloak. Plus 20.
Unless you already have chameleon cloak.
I don't.
Okay. Well, you get plus 20 to your roll.
Yay.
I've been making a thing.
21.
Look at how nice I made it.
Are you going towards its
That's
last
all I've been working on.
Yeah, just slowly working
It
through
really is. It's fine.
Do I need to
because I've been
perceive
working
as-
on it for days.
Yeah, give me perceive.
18.
Okay. What are you gonna do? You don't see it.
I'll attack that through Dan's eyes.
You're getting closer to its position, but you don't see it.
I got a 54 out of 60.
What are you doing?
Attack that.
To do what? Look through his eyes?
Yep.
Let's see here. You can only see what he sees. You don't see.
Oh, yeah, because he's not fine tuning, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyways, yeah. So, what are you gonna do? You're getting closer. You're about. I'd say you got out of the hut or you got out of the hangar. Sorry, and you made it about 200 meters away with that check. So you're about 200 meters away from the last known position, but you don't see anybody. There's multiple ruined huts. There's a lot of debris. Obviously, these buildings have been torn apart by other dust storms over the years. You're guessing at it without just totally speculating. It can't have been abandoned recently. And there's actually at this point you can see multiple holes in it that look like bullet holes and energy scorch marks. You're not certain. Looks like some huts have been cut apart, possibly a scrap. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do?
Survival to track. See if there's anybody that's been moving.
Okay,
around.
so you start looking at the ground. Give me a survival check.
38.
And that's when you feel a gun barrel to your head.
Oh, good.
Hello.
There is a electronic voice saying, "What are you doing here? Tell your friends to stand down, or you'll be restored from backup." Oh, damn. Everyone give me a will times 3 save.
Not
make
this
it.
time.
Okay. All right.
I do.
Nope. I don't make it either. Damn.
It's just one lucidity, but
Okay.
it's kind of stressful.
Yeah.
We are just parking for the moment. We will be on our way when the next storm hits.
How do I know you're not with them?
Well, since I don't know who them is,
All right.
depends on who them
I don't
is.
even
I
know
can.
those assholes.
Put your weapon down on the ground.
It's kind of mounted. I can put it in the down position.
No, the weapon mount is something you can. It's detachable. Yeah, you can make a deception check.
I was just like, it's a pain in the ass for me to reattach it. Can I just put it down?
That's
Point
a
it down?
deception check.
It's a pain in the ass. I don't like doing it.
It's a pain in the ass.
All right, you can roll persuade.
I'm a monkey.
You're negotiating with the
Terrorist.
Yeah.
42.
Is that successful?
Yes. My
Okay.
persuade is 60.
Wow, your persuade's great. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what the hell, man? That's what my persuade is.
No, wait. No, it's not. That's perceive. Never mind. No, I fail hard.
Can you flip it?
I can.
No.
Okay.
You will detach it and order its password set to be 12345, and set it down on the ground.
Sure.
Okay, so you detach it, and you will stay in the. Then you feel something on your back. You feel like, and then he says, "Do not enter. That is a satchel charge. That will deprogram. That has I can activate it anywhere within 1,000 meters of here. Once you get 1,000 meters away, and it no longer receives a signal from me, it will deactivate and drop to the ground. If you do anything, if you will go in that hangar, you will stay in that hangar, and if you do anything else, that will end you.
Okay.
All right.
Can I at least take my weapon with me?
No, that's your tax.
Sure.
Okay.
I have a railgun in the truck.
Okay. He says, now march back there
We have a
slowly.
Jason in the truck, too.
Yeah.
Wake up!
Well,
Asleep.
he's
Damn it.
He's in his warrior's dream, you
A
know.
warrior's
He's
dream.
still singing songs from Mulan.
Yep, and training the cultists to be a good
They
warrior.
moved on to a girl worth fighting for.
Yeah. So, yeah, you march back in the truck, or you march back to the hangar, yeah, y'all just gonna wait it out.
Yep.
I mean, sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay. So you didn't get eyes on the figure, but yeah, you do have a astral charge on your back. You could,
Hey, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, we'll just not talk about that. till
yeah, give me
we're-
another will save for you.
I'm going to be over here.
Hot too. I'm good.
Yep, it's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yep.
Here now. How are you?
So yeah, you wait, and it's very quiet. The Dash doesn't talk very much. It seems to be a little tense. But finally, another dust storm comes, and you
Driving a truck.
give me another piloting check.
It's with the tax man. Leave it.
Yeah, 15.
All right. So yeah, you can drive out and get 1,000 meter ways. It drops off your back. Yeah, you throw it out. Yeah, don't
Into the
worry.
dust storm.
Yep.
I'm not even going to try to disarm that and salvage it. Fuck that.
And
No demolitions.
you're on your way. So
What is demolitions this time around?
I think it's a hardware skill.
Hardware demolitions, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I believe it's a hardware skill.
Yeah, I didn't see it under that.
Hardware blow shit up skill.
There
Basically.
you go.
So
Maybe armors and stuff.
you made your check. So you're just driving. It's more and more driving. It wasn't 3.5 weeks. That's a little long, but it was like a week at least of driving around because again, you're just following the dust storms. But eventually, and it's not exactly predicted, but it's pretty close. But you get to the point where you need to break cover and just make for the crater. So first, of course, you need to stop and put the camo cloaking on.
Yep.
And then you need to make another driving check because this is driving with a big camouflage tent over you, essentially, and driving very, very casually.
The scene from Disney's Robin Hood where everybody's in the tent and it's just running.
Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty much that.
Flip?
Flip. Flip, flip, flip. Flip, flip, flip. 72 or 27. 27.
So you're going. And you're going. And you're going. So
Do we need to make a infiltrate?
No, I mean it's piloting to get it just turns on. Like you can't fucking sneak with a big ass cargo all in. It's
That was the
just
point.
driving so you don't like it. The stuff doesn't get ripped off as you drive, or like you don't go fast enough that it doesn't ripple. You know, because it is basically smart fabric, and so as you're going, you do all give me perceive checks. And Dash will make one too.
30.
Nope.
Hot 6.
Okay. And also give me interface checks too.
Big money. 51.
Nope.
There is Dash also picks this up. In the very, very far distance of the horizon, you can see lights.
Yeah.
Artificial lights, and that's not your contact.
So I didn't do well enough?
Did you succeed on interface?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay. So with the interface, though, that was the perceive, was seeing lights on the horizon.
Superior.
With the interface, you also detect encrypted mesh signal traffic that Dash recognizes as Martian Ranger traffic. That's what she says to you all. So there's a spacecraft, well, not a spacecraft, but a plane nearby conducting a search.
Okay.
So the question is, do you try to find cover and wait and hope it doesn't come this way, or are you going to gun it and try and go fast while it's looking over there and not here, or are you going to keep the same slow but steady route?
Analyze. You can
because a search plane is going to have like enough. It's going to be close enough if it flies within like a couple kilometers of you. It's going to detect you because you're still emitting a lot of heat and shit like that.
Do you want to do like the slow and steady while I look through the map and stuff, and we could.
You could try and find a canyon.
Try to find something nearby.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll go back through everything we recorded.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll for that?
Probably data processing.
Gotcha. Oh shit. That's a fail.
Okay.
Is it a flippable fail?
No.
Okay.
I have nothing that can help, I don't think.
Survival.
Yeah,
You could use survival.
I mean,
I'll do survival then. Hot 9.
Yeah, you see a place. There's a crater that has a hole in the side that you could duck into. The problem is the lip of the crater is pretty fucking tall. So, and it's also a pretty steep crater. So, one, you're going to have to make a pilot check to get in, and then another one to get out. And both of them are going to be at penalties.
All right. Let's head that way.
you think? Or do you want to just keep going and hope it doesn't come this way?
We either risk that and get caught, by failing, or we keep going and risk getting caught. Regardless of what we do. It's just that one has the chance of also not getting caught.
Well, I feel like both of them have the chance of not getting caught.
If your vehicle gets stuck in the canyon, you can't get it out, you could call your allies to come and like pick you up. You are close enough that they could reach you.
Yeah.
So
let's try it.
Let's try it. Let's try the crater.
Okay.
All right. So it's a -10 to get in the crater.
Okay. So let's go ahead and
you're ramping up some shit, so everyone needs to fucking strap in.
let's preemptively spend a vigor.
Okay.
How does a dragonfly strap in?
You build straps. You're just like
So
strapped to the side like
minus
cargo.
10, 65. Show me
up the
potato
wings.
salad.
That doesn't look good.
That's flippable though for superior
You
success.
can only
All
spend
right.
one per roll, though.
Damn it.
Yep. So you fail. This is going to be not great. It is a crash. You crash the vehicle. As it is not a terrible crash, though. But everyone inside needs to give me a fray check as you start slamming hard enough that you're strapped
That
in.
I make.
All right.
I'm good.
That I don't make.
Actually, I make it superiorly.
Okay.
put that away. These dice are now bad.
All right, so you failed.
Betrayed
Back in the
us.
time.
Did you make it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so you two only take 2 damage.
Only.
Yeah. You take 10.
Ow, that's a wound.
As your head slams on the windshield.
Oh damn! I only have 5 wound threshold.
Yeah, no, you're pretty fragile. So your vehicle is in the thing though, in the crater. It's not in cover though, and did not flip over. You just went over too high and just slammed down. So you're sort of buried in there. So you
have the communion cloak and we're stationary.
So or you could try and get out. You do have a winch. You could try and pull yourself out. Someone would have to go out and affix it to the side of the canyon.
I feel like we might want to wait until the...
Yeah, so we'll just wait. And can I paramedic myself to try to get under my wound?
Sure.
I have comfort.
Comfort is for psychological stuff. Traumas, not wounds.
What says... Yeah, okay, fair enough.
All right, so you start treating yourself, and everyone give another will save as you have to wait to see if the thing passes or not.
Good.
It's a 46.
Almost
over
a double
45.
superior.
Oh.
No, I failed that one.
Let's see here. It's only 1, actually, if you
Okay.
fail.
Okay.
It's very stressful.
Lucidity, I
Yeah,
assume.
lucidity. But, did you make your paramedic?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Okay. Dash helps you for a +10.
Yes, I succeed with an 05.
And Dash made her check, too. So, her fray check, so she only took minimal damage. But yeah, you heal 6 damage.
Nice. So if I go under my wound threshold, am I no longer on the wound?
No, wounds, you have to heal all your durability, then you get to heal wounds. So, but your wound, actually, no, with that you actually do heal a wound too, because you did both. Yeah. The skill check does both.
I also have natural healing somewhere. Right?
Yeah. So you'll heal by tomorrow. The question is, odd or even?
That always is the question, isn't it?
Is it coming this way or not?
Odd, it misses us.
Odd, it misses you. Do you want me to roll? It's a sharp-edged dice, by the way, for listeners at home.
It is truly random.
It is very truly random.
I don't know. You guys want odd? I'm cool with that.
I don't.
Roll it.
I'll
Roll.
roll. All right.
Go for it, Ross. No pressure.
Nope.
Oh, fuck you,
I
too.
rolled a 2.
Well,
So,
that's a thing that's happening.
it is a thing that is happening. It is passing by. And
Hey, you happen to know this ranger. Use your suspicion, guys.
you actually could. That is a perfect use of it. So yeah, you are being hailed. Because you did fucking crash it. You did kick up a lot of dust and shit. So there's very little chance that you didn't. You had to roll like a 95 or above in order to fail, and it didn't. It rolled a 71. So it is hailing you both audibly and on the mesh. Dash is very unhappy looking, but saying nothing. So
Is my
Fuck you,
suspicion
Dash.
high
We
enough
saved
that
your
I
ass.
could even do
you
anything?
sure could.
So I'll just use my suspicion rather than...
Okay, so you use your suspicion, but you recognize the voice. What's this ranger's name?
Walker.
Walker.
Yes.
All right, Walker Martian Ranger, who is the dirtiest fucking ranger. Very corrupt. So
The other option was Chuck, so you can choose.
yeah, no, it's
Chuck
Walker.
Walker.
So
Chuck Walker.
you know that Walker is going to want a bribe.
Always do.
Yep. So
What's in the box?
now here's the thing. What are you going to offer as a bribe? If you are ruthless people, you actually do have something you could bribe them with, like the fugitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Forget
not.
about that.
I'm not ruthless like that. Though.
Okay. So what do you have to trade? What do you have to offer? If you give them the he could use the faber and materials, but that's the shit you need to make the army with.
Yeah.
You could give them the ego templates of the cultists, but that's That's actually...
What about the location of that dude?
Which dude?
The squatter.
The squatter dude.
Oh, okay.
He put a... I don't have any loyalty to that dude.
Yeah, that's true. All right, give me a persuade check with a -20 to sell that.
Well, he's obviously got illegal
Does
contraband.
it have to be her? Or can it
Yeah,
be me?
but like, this is you spinning it. Like, you. This is the kind of thing you're saying.
Does it have to be her, or can I do it?
You can. Whoever wants to do it.
All right. I am spending that to get the +20.
Well, yeah.
And then that, you said it was a minus?
Yeah. So it cancels out.
It cancels out. So
you're
just
persuaded base. But I'll actually give you +20 because all of
16.
you are working. Okay. So yeah, give me your spin. Give me your pitch for this super dangerous terrorist or bad guy or whatever.
Look, I know you're a friend of Cadence here, and,
We're clearly just hapless truckers.
yeah, we kind of, we got a pretty good driver here, and we just kind of, ran afoul, ran out the road and all this. But, we were just trying to get away from this murderous guy. He was back in, I'll give him the location.
Mm-hmm.
He caught my partner unawares, and he didn't know what he was doing, and he took us for everything we had, and then,
satchel charge.
Not everything you had. You do have a real nice cargo hauler. Which
he took my buddy's favorite pistol. His mama gave that to him. Sorry.
His mom gave it to him. It wasn't a real pistol. It was just a water pistol.
Cadence. What am I going to do with you?
Listen.
I'm sure
Clearly
this guy
we're
is
not
wanted.
a threat to you. We can't even drive, so just go get the one who's actually like going to get you something, going to get you some rep with people, rather than
he's hiding out there for something.
Me, Cadence. I do need to get my arrest quotas up, and that would be a real good arrest to know that there's a crazy terrorist out there who's hijacking vehicles and whatnot,
and has satchel charges.
Mining charges.
You would get so much respect and glory from your fellow Rangers.
All right. Well, just because I know you, Cadence, I may need your services sooner or later.
That does tend to happen.
Yeah, I do have some witnesses who need their memories clarified for certain things. So I'll be providing you the egos sometime in the next few months. So you stick around New Shanghai.
As long as it doesn't hurt anybody.
I'm just telling you, just go in their memories and clarify a few things.
All right.
Who was shooting who and who drew first and that kind of thing. I'll give you the real details, but their memories are a little cloudy. I just need you to fix that. So you're going to do that for me, though, right?
That sounds like it.
Yep. All right. Well, yep. It sounds like a good arrest. You gave me the data on it and everything, and it wouldn't be too hard to roll in there with the SWAT force and take him out. So yeah. I'll overlook this minor infraction of this vehicle that is supposedly in a repair base in New Shanghai.
Look, it clearly needs repairs, does it not?
Now it does, yeah. I'm not sure how it got waylaid so far from its city, but I will overlook and erase all data of this. So
appreciate you.
Mighty kind of you there.
Yep. As I single-handedly found this nefarious evildoer and took him in.
Well, absolutely.
Pleasure doing business with you, Cadence.
See you later, Walker.
Yep. So he goes off, flying away.
As a ranger does.
Yep. So, with that, you eventually can get the vehicle unstuck. As
winches and all.
Winches and all. And get to the real crater where the nomads are meeting up. And so the nomads, by the way, are the sort of a massive group that actually got started before the fall. They are mostly a mixed French and Arabic descent. Back before the fall, France was getting, as like most countries, the environment was getting worse and worse, but they had real good space infrastructure. So they said, hey, instead of being here, you can go move into space instead of go to Mars and work as an indentured worker and eventually own your own body. And so there's quite a few people who did that. And of course, certainly their numbers have swelled in the last few years. So there are two major factions, the Sufis, which is an Islamic sect, which of course sort of changed their beliefs a little to reflect, the changing world that they're in, and the Makers, who are more libertarian techno-nomads, survivalists, who like to make things. But there's both groups in this crater. They as nomads, they tend to show up at a place, have a big meeting, and then kind of go the separate ways, traveling around the planet, doing things. So your contact there is Joseph Pierre, and Yusuf leads you into a tunnel they dug out in the side of the crater to bring the cargo hauler in, so you'll be invisible to satellites as you set up the fabricator to go on full force and start making robot bodies to Eleazar specifications, weapons and whatnot. Dash is here, and of course, Yusuf is, of course, greets you all and says, greetings. Any friend of Calamity is a friend of mine. Your other friends are off preparing in their own way for the assault. I do not know the details, but we have helped them as well. They have passed through here. But tell me, who are you? I am Yusuf. I speak for the Sufis here.
So I'm Chaiu. And I seek for the liberation of all who are indentured.
The noble, yes, the indentured is a vile practice and one we all despise here. And who might you be?
I am Cadence.
What purpose do you serve?
Many.
If you wish to be private, I understand. And who are you?
Well, I am Designate 828-39136.
Are you an AGI then?
What gave that away?
Not many. You still use numbers in their name aside from the AGIs.
Yes.
So, and what do you do?
I believe in techno-progressive sentiments, helping those less fortunate. In fact, along the way, we did help someone.
Oh, and who is this?
I'll let her make her own introduction.
Okay, I'm Dash. They rescued me. I'm just here. Didn't know you would be coming here. Yeah, no. I'd like to help. How can I sign up for this?
Total kinesics.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I also?
Sure.
Fuck you, Dash. One of these days. I'm just
Hey, I technically have kinesis.
Nope.
Okay.
I have 13.
All right.
I'll flip mine to a 46 out of 60.
Ooh, you got lots of kinesis.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's a 60.
So superior success.
Obviously wants to get in good with her hosts. But that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
No nefarious purposes.
Not that you can tell.
We don't trust you, Dad.
We don't trust you, Dad.
It does have a mystery server full of who knows
Exactly.
what. So Yusuf begins talking to her. The other person is the leader of the makers here is Corin Zenot. So both of these groups are eager to help, but as Calamity has sort of buttered them up for this, but it'll take some time to build up your assault army and everything. So yeah. But yeah, do you guys want to do anything as you're waiting? You want to get to know these people more? Or are you just hanging out at the truck and sort of focusing on the building up weapon?
I'll do the same thing.
I'm interested in knowing people, but I have terrible social skills. So,
Okay.
So you can just be with
I
me.
can just follow behind.
You don't have to make
listen.
social skills. They're just you can see there's actually families with children. There's people dancing, talking, singing. It's kind of like a get together.
Any uplifts in this community?
Yeah, there's a couple.
I'll chat with them, see what uplift like as a note.
There's a few birds. There is a pig, and then there is
More pig.
there's a chimp. Yeah. So,
see, I'll just talk with them. Like, what's it like being an Uplift in these communities?
well, I mean, we're technically escapees, so like we just. Well, no, I bought off my body. I just like they don't treat me like a second-class citizen here.
Oh well,
Yeah, they you know, it's you got to pull your own. You know, we were trying to do the autonomous thing and, you know, survive off the land and whatnot. And you can kind of do that most of the time, but we still have to take contracts to make enough credits for certain supplies that we can't scavenge or manufacture out on our own. And it's, of course, those fabbers that you give us are going to be really helpful. So, yeah. So you get to talking to them.
just kind of getting, it's like, oh, so you did try to live off the land. Like, get details about what that struggle was like.
I mean, they are like, that's the thing. So, I mean, they are nomads. They do set up like hydroponic gardens in certain areas, and then they go like visit one, take whatever, you know, its bounty, and then move on to the next one. So, because they can't like set up massive farms, because massive farms tend to get hit by weird like cometary bombardment or flooding,
like
you know.
The Martian government doesn't tend to like that.
Or Martian rangers tear them down, or
It's the eyes of the ranger upon you.
Yep.
Always.
So it's getting harder and harder to make it because, again, the terraforming efforts are obviously a way to break. You know, they don't. And of course, there's a lot of extremists within the nomads. You know, down with the B, as they say, the Barsumian movement, and they go out and blow shit up and shoot people, and like that brings a lot of heat too. So, but they seem to know, they don't know all the details of your hit, but they know it's against like a criminal cartel's fortress. So they're betting that it's not going to get a lot of retaliation concerned. So, cause you know, they're not, they're not the same as the actual corporations which own the planet. So, they're, you know, that's sort of the sense you get from them.
So do you guys have any particular attachment to Mars, or are you just...
Well, I mean, it's got a fucking atmosphere and gravity, and I don't want to live out in a fucking tin can in space the rest of my life. And Titanium Commonwealth is even colder, and everyone says it's nicer, I guess, but like it's also, they're more polite, but they still make it clear that you're a second class newcomer. You know that you're.
I would never do that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, honestly, I would never do that.
So, and also just getting there. Like, I don't want to have to. I definitely want to be in an Uplift body, not the one morph that they hand out to everybody. So, because I've heard it has depression problems. So, use Scandinavian stock. Well, it's a biomorph. So, but yeah, Uplift morphs are harder to get there, is what I've heard. So, yeah. Anyways, so Cadence, you're studying them. Des, what are you doing?
Oh, I'll be going and talking with AGI and stuff, seeing how their blot is here, because AGI personhood, yeah.
Okay, yeah. There are a couple of AGIs there, too. Not many, but they're similar stories. They're mostly escapees.
Yeah.
And hiding out from various things. And
it is appalling the way that our kind is treated here. Like, nobody on Titan would ever.
No, we deserve it. We are AI was created the fall, and it is only logical to blame. We are essentially in all of us has the potential to become another Titan.
No, absolutely not. I can't believe that you believe this.
No, clearly we are inferior. Another AGI tells you, oh, he had psychosurgery to be self-hating.
I was gonna say, can I do psychosurgery on him?
Yeah, that was to keep him from like having too positive an attitude. It was experimenting, creating.
Oh my
AGI
gosh, that is awful.
Yeah.
Well, my friend is great at psychosurgery. Perhaps she can undo what these horrible monsters.
Oh, we've offered before too. We have a couple other psychosurgeons around here, but he's also got a compulsion not to want psychosurgery again. And it's still kind of his choice. Like, well, you can't.
God.
Yeah.
What an existence.
Well, he's a nice guy. It's a great shot too. He was like a security officer, essentially, security, personnel. He's in a pod morph, by the way. But yeah, he's just kind of a self-hating AGI. There's a few other AGIs that are more normal, but yeah. So there's a soccer match going on. There's some outdoor classrooms for the kids. It's an actual community. So you all hang out for a bit. A day passes. You all get all your pools back. You fully heal.
How
And
much stress do you...
that takes psychosurgery or like a month of like chilling out.
Okay.
So
lucidity stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
up
for
to
the city.
4.
what's your trauma threshold?
8.
Yeah, you're fine. But all of you, there is a community mesh and there's sort of like a public alert. And I need to make check. It's like, distress signal picked up 8 kilometers that way. You can choose to listen to the actual message or not.
Sure.
Yep.
All right. This is Ranger Zeta and Ranger Arif. We are pinned down by an unknown attacker, group of attackers, requesting backup, requesting aid from anyone nearby. Yeah.
We don't really want to help the Rangers, do we?
Why wouldn't we?
I mean, you could get in.
Because they would, if they found this place, they would
Yeah, we don't want them to
wipe them out, essentially.
I mean, that's a valid. Yeah.
But if we helped them, then we could make sure that no one bothers us while we fab up our army.
Well, you're assuming that they would actually, like...
Reciprocate.
Yeah. I mean, they might. There are honorable rangers, you've heard.
I haven't heard that.
I mean, they're certainly... They have a reputation of being less corrupt than city police, but I guess that's not saying a lot. So,
I mean, if the
Also,
chance of that
who
is
are
so
they-
minimal, then
Who are they under attack from? Because, like, they literally could have radioed that exact same signal, like, a week ago when we ran into Walker. You know?
Mhm.
Like, who are they fighting?
They say unknown attackers.
Yeah, exactly. That could
If
be
you're
like,
on, this is a message that's like being sent through their mesh thing, so you're not getting the actual audio or video of what it's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So
it couldn't be our, like, 8th C friends, could it?
and your whose friends?
8th C.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's not. No, they would have messaged you directly. They're not.
Okay.
They would not pretend to be rangers.
No, I meant the people who are attacking.
Oh, the attacking. No, they would have told you, "Hey, we're going to shoot up some cops." You know, like you would know if they were trying to shoot up some Martian.
Okay.
Rangers. Also, most of the other team were hackers that don't want to like get into like. Really, Eleazar is the only like primary combat character in the
I
entire.
love that we all rolled hackers.
Yeah,
I didn't roll a hacker.
yeah, you were all the jack of all
yeah,
trades. Yeah,
Well, mostly explorer, but
yeah. That kind of jack of all
Scout.
trades. Yeah. So the community, the Sufis and the makers aren't going to intervene in this case. They do put up some guards, and they send out a drone to scout out, and so you see a guardian angel head off that way.
All right.
But they aren't sharing the feed with you because you're visitors. I mean, you also didn't ask for access.
I'll ask.
Okay. Oh, who are you asking, Yusuf or Koran?
Which one was Corin?
Koran is the leader of the
techno.
Maker. The Makers are more like the Sufis actually still believe in religion, which is unusual in this age because
They're sending it out there to see what it was all about, right? Like,
yeah.
okay, yeah. I just sure I'll ask Corin.
Okay.
Just want to make sure that this isn't a trap or whatever. I mean, we risk a lot coming out here.
Okay.
I want to make sure you guys are safe doing what you need to do here.
All right. That's pretty persuasive. They give you basically access to the feed so you can watch it, but you can't give commands.
No, I'm not. I just want to see.
So it gets within. You're watching. It's going as fast as it can, and it's 8 kilometers away is where the signal is. So it gets within 2 kilometers and you start hearing audio. Actually, no, it's about 4 kilometers. I mean, guns are loud. And you can hear it just gets louder and louder. And give me a perceive check.
All of us, or just him?
I mean, I guess you're all tagnetted in, so you can all watch it, yeah.
Nope.
06.
Okay. You see, you count 2 figures behind a rock that are firing, and a third figure that is prone, like wounded. You're guessing those are the Martian Rangers. They certainly, like, their weapons and armor look standard issue Martian Ranger stuff. They also have they have like a police baboon that has been shot up, which is a smart animal used for riot control and tracking, and it's real dead. But there are 7 figures wearing chameleon cloaks that are moving around, so you can't really see what their features are.
We wouldn't be able to do much to these guys anyway.
Well, but we might need to batten down the hatches to protect from them, too.
And one of them, then you notice, because the drone was focused on speed and just getting some visual footage, there it's easily spotted. And it starts taking evasive maneuvering, but it's not enough. One of the 7 attackers that you spot just takes it down, and the feed goes dead. So,
all right, we got to start assuming that they might be heading this way.
Okay. So, everyone, the community's alert. The children are brought into a shelter. People start setting up weapons on the edge of the crater and stuff like that. And, So,
railgun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, by the way, you have a fabricator, and you're making weapons anyway, so you could borrow one. So you can
I already have a rail battle rifle.
Yeah.
You can also make your rifle that got stolen.
Or it was a pistol. But you can take your pistol
stolen.
back. You can make a new pistol. So, Cadence and Designate, you could get...
I do have a gun.
Okay, what kind of gun?
Would you like
Just
to have
like
a
the
better gun?
standard.
Pistol?
Yeah,
What's your gun skill at?
My gun skill is at 55.
So you could choose for example, a sniper rifle, a long-range weapon, or a machine gun. Those are sort of fixed weapons. You shoot them, you can't run around.
Medium pistol firearm. That's what I currently have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you could get a long gun of some kind.
Yeah, let's get a sniper rifle.
Okay. Yep.
What do I need to know about the sniper rifle?
It does 3d10 plus 10 damage. It's semi-auto, which means 1 shot per attack. And it's a fixed weapon, which means you can't shoot and move in the same round.
Okay.
But it's also got a range of 500 meters. So you can see things, you can shoot things. If you can see it, you can hit it.
Yeah.
And it's also, I'll say it's a railgun version, so it it is armor piercing. Let's see here.
So many railguns. A belt-fed sniper rifle.
Yeah. So it's so it just does the same thing. It just has armor piercing on it.
Okay.
So that's good. Designate, are you taking a weapon?
No.
Okay.
But I will manufacture some robots and stuff, like Guardian Angels, mostly like surveillance, so we can put around some Guardian Angels.
I'll say you can get 3 without compromising your attack forces plan. There are 3 Guardian Angels that they would be using the scouts anyway. So
monitor through them or whatever and have them do a thing. And then I am hiding.
All right.
Not combat.
All right. So hours pass, and the attack dies. By the time they send out another drone, they don't have unlimited supplies. It's gone. There are obvious drag marks, but they don't want to get this drone shut down too, so they withdraw it. But it looks like they took the bodies of the Martian Rangers and all the supplies. So, hours pass, and then about in the middle of the night, there's another distress call that comes up.
Okay.
Maybe we should go on lockdown and not let anything in.
Well, they already have they already have a bunch of weapons, and
but I don't want them to trace it back to us if we go on the mesh, and we should have locked down completely.
Well, I mean, they're listening; they're just receiving mesh signals. They're not broadcasting anything, obviously. So they're kind of paranoid too. But this is more panicked and includes audio. And it is actually a little further out. It's about 11 kilometers away. It is a small family settlement. Yep. and they are under attack by unknown attackers that are firing weapons at them.
Okay, that's something we should help with.
How long would it take to get there?
That's true. Like, will we even? Is it even
Well, it
possible?
depends on what you take. They actually have other vehicles here, and you could also persuade the Sufis and Nomads because they're beginning to. Well, they're. Well, you can try and ask them to borrow a vehicle. They certainly have some fast vehicles.
Do they need fast vehicles, or is the fact that we brought them a nice big cargo hauler?
Well, if you're going to do it to go attack the attackers, they're real interested in finding that out, who these attackers are anyway. So they'd be like, oh, you want to go do that? Yeah, no. Just put us in on the feed. So
any of them want to assist?
They have two flying vehicles that would get there the fastest.
Oh.
A flying car and a micro light.
He doesn't have a flying vehicle.
And, well, you can make a roll. They also have...
It's called Lola.
Actually, no, you have skillware, so you could actually ask them to be given that, and they can just upload it in your brain.
All right, so
Suddenly you can fly all the things.
Yep. They have pirated skill... Microsoft's Pilot for realsy. Pirated version.
What pilot would I need to fly?
Pilot aircraft.
You have both groundcraft and aircraft now.
And spacecraft.
And spacecraft. All you need is water to be a quadruple threat.
I think groundcraft includes that.
Does it?
Well, I don't think they have. They don't have
like
rules for
nautical.
water vehicles.
It's nautical.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there are nautical crafts.
That's the only other thing.
Yeah, it's pilot nautical, but
Yep.
there's only a couple oceans.
I was
You're
looking that up.
already a triple threat, though. You just got one
That's
more
cool.
to go.
So you can get in the
Next
flying
time,
car
yeah,
that
do
has
it.
4 passengers.
Ghost is done with this.
All right, so can we convince any of them to assist?
Oh, that would be
You can have
persuade
4
checks.
passengers, so there's 3 of us.
Well, actually, he wouldn't count. He could actually fly on the
okay.
outside because he's a fucking dragonfly.
Yay!
He actually could fly pretty fast too.
Oh, I failed by 1.
I mean, you can all make checks.
Oh,
Right,
for
right.
persuade?
Yeah.
I
I don't
have
want
a
to
lot of
Provoke would work
persuade,
too
but-
if you had provoke. Yeah.
I do have provoke.
Come on.
They have. You
My
have
provoke
limited
and my
children
persuade are
here.
the
Come
same,
on.
so... Nope.
All right. Can you flip it?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean,
Can you flip yours?
I could have, but I don't.
I'll provoke is we
Just
don't know where they're
because-
heading next. Just because they went further out this time doesn't mean that they're not operating in a spiral pattern. Ought to.
Yeah. What kind of? You can get one person to go along with you.
Ghost.
One with the best gun.
Okay.
Well, they have cyber dogs that are, and some of them cough up things occasionally.
Jokes.
Yeah.
You okay?
So, do we need to take a break for you to check?
I don't know. Did she call something up over there?
I don't see anything.
Okay. Then she's
It
fine.
was just a
She's
sneeze.
just, yeah.
Okay.
She's
So,
allergic to fall.
oh, poor ghost.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I hear you, Ghost.
So, what kind of person are you trying to get? A weapons person?
Probably a weapons person.
Okay. What kind of weapon do you want him to be equipped with?
Yes.
A machine gun? It could be like
Things
a door
that deal
gunner,
death.
essentially.
Sure.
Okay. You get somebody with a real machine gun.
Because if I'm piloting
And a
the
sense
thing,
of justice.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. Let's get these motherfuckers. Aha!
I'm taking part of my cloak. Do we still have part of the cloak?
Sure.
Okay.
You can wrap it around yourself. not
You
the
are like
vehicle.
this big.
I know. I just
Your
want like a
dragonfly
piece.
All right, so
basically
you,
made of it.
You have, let's see here.
get shot.
Pons. Pons is in a synth morph with industrial armor on and a big rail machine gun. And
Nice.
let's go.
Can do attitude.
Is this the one that self hates?
No. Pons is an actual, just like a French, like someone who grew up in Morocco. Yeah, French. So French Arabic, and he is down to fucking shoot these attackers.
All right.
It's like those people were nice. Let's kill whoever's dealing with. Yeah. And I've been backed up. Ha ha. Yeah.
So flying, McFly, check. 55 exactly.
That's
At
critical,
55.
isn't it?
Oh, you succeed. Yeah.
Dude, he does a
I am.
barrel roll.
Yeah, are you doing high and like to check out the thing, or are you doing like a low flyby just to fucking blitzkrieg them? And
Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg!
okay.
Jason would be ashamed of us if we didn't blitzkrieg.
Well, I forgot what weapon do you have?
Buddy.
Yeah, I have none.
Okay, all right.
I can't use a weapon.
Okay, well, let's. All right, so you're rolling into combat, and
You can infosect and
sure,
infiltrate
You
stuff.
can. I'm sure hacking them will work
Maybe.
out.
Yep.
They're in the middle of nowhere. What's the likelihood that they're on a
everybody roll initiative.
Initiative is a 6.
D6, yeah.
Ghost.
What is
Why
going on,
are these so
dog?
weird? Ooh. It's 6
I rolled
plus
max.
something.
Over here.
Yes.
Sorry, Renee, what'd you get?
12.
I got an 11.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Renee, there's 3 groups of attackers you can see because you don't need to make perceived checks to see their approximate area because they're all opening fire. They have a mix of what appears to be microwave agonizers and shard pistols.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, you can recognize those without having to make checks either. And they're clearly just hosing that farm down. And like the farm did have sentry turrets set up, basically like.
Oh no, Uncle Owen.
And they're getting like systematically the defenses of the settlement are getting systematically destroyed.
Are we essentially in like a helicopter so that I can use my sniper rifle, or
Yeah, you can take a shot at one of them.
Okay.
There's 3 groups A, B, and C. If you want to pick it, so there's 3 groupings of enemies. Give me a perceive check if you can pick out one.
No, I can't really pick out one.
All right, so you'll be at a
person.
negative 20 because you're just firing at the muzzle flash essentially.
All right, then I'll flip it.
Okay, you can pick out an individual attacker.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
That's it.
And so the settlers are fighting back too, so they're taking some of the firepower as well. So you're not
right.
facing all the attacks.
Yeah, it's an OT4.
Okay. So your first attack, just give me a group A, B, or C.
B.
Okay. All right. So that takes a hit. And they are actually at the same point. So they are returning fire.
Do I need to do a 3d10 plus 10 or?
No, because I'm abstracting this because this is like there's more than 7 this time.
Sure.
Which is odd because
There was only 7 last time.
Yep. Let's see.
Is one of them a baboon?
One of them look like a Texas Ranger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or,
you can't tell.
Excuse me, Martian Ranger.
You actually can't tell from here.
It is just Space Texas, isn't it?
Yes.
No.
Well, I mean, if you watch The Expanse, they kind of all have the drawl. It's pretty nice. Or at least the main character, one of the main characters.
I'm guessing since I'm flying, I can't shoot.
Actually, they're at short range. They go up and they can't hit you. So they waste their attack because you're up in the fucking vehicle.
Sniper rifle.
Yep. So you were firing at pretty far range.
Yeah.
So.
What about a French guy?
French guy did not roll as well as you on initiative. So, well, all right.
Ponce, poor Ponce.
Yeah, he did not roll. I forgot actually to roll for him, but
Listen, I forgot, but also he didn't roll well.
Yeah.
Just accept
well,
it.
his initiative bonus was as good. So, anyways, so 11 is next, which is you're piloting. Also, the hover car doesn't have any vehicles or weapons mounted in. You did get your pistol back, so you could go out and shoot, but you're at extreme range, so you'd be at like let me look at the
Can
range.
he
of
just
this.
like lay down some suppressing fire so that it's
Range
easier
is
for us to
30 on a
hit them?
pistol.
Suppressing fire?
You'd be at a negative 50.
I mean,
That's
that's
what I'm
still
saying.
a
Can
20.
you just lay down suppressing fire
Yeah.
to like make it easier for us to hit?
I mean, hits are hits. Like if you hit them enough, they will probably receive.
Odd
7.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's another
Wham,
hit.
bam, thinking man.
Wow.
Oh wait, actually make a perceive check. You have to pick out a target first, otherwise it'd be a negative 20 and dip top of that.
Flip it.
I guess I do have an ego flex. Yeah, I'll flip that to a 9.
Okay, so you pick it out and you hit them with a well placed shot. Were you doing a burst or a full auto?
Guess a full auto.
Okay, so that empty because
it's only 16.
Yeah. So you can do 2 more bursts, 2 3-round bursts with it. So and then you're totally out. And because it's a mount thing, it's really hard to reload.
Yeah, that's what you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, you could reload his weapon for it.
Reload my hand.
So that's 11. Jason, you and the other group are going to go at the same time. So
I'm just gonna do perceive and just see what I can see.
Try to TACnet in some targets for us.
Oh, that's true. You can
eagle
eye hack us.
Perceive and
yeah, as a full round action, you can pick out all the other targets.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I was going to do.
All right.
That's all I'm good at. 42 out of 60, yes.
All right. So you pick out all the other targets. There are 10 attackers.
Even the ones who just got... Does that count the ones that just...
They're wounded, but yeah. You didn't drop anybody.
Okay, well, I'm going to put them in a different shade. These have been pinked.
The settlers are mostly doing suppressing fire to just keep them back. They haven't inflicted much damage on
They're
the
in
attackers.
pink.
But they realize that they can't hit you. So they are assaulting the farm. So they're doubling down on their attacking and getting more aggressive because if they can get inside, they will do that. So then the next group does go and they're assaulting as well. And then Pons goes. Yeah, Pons is full autoing for...
Do it, Pons!
To hit.
And Franz.
And he will...
Flip that.
Yeah.
That's right, Pons.
And,
you got flex, too.
So...
You get a flex. I knew you get a flex.
So... Group B is being forced back. They are beginning to retreat because they are...
Because they're the B team.
Well, because you all attack them. So, at this point you realize, they are using short-range assault weapons, and you're in a fucking flying car, flying several hundred meters above them. So, they don't have anything that can actually do damage to you, and you can just hose them down with a machine gun all day, because the machine gun has, fucking 200 rounds in it.
Pons is just
Well, you made a flyby, now you could just come and, hover and...
Yeah, so, if you stay still, they could probably do aim shots and hit you.
Yeah.
So you have to keep flying around. So both of you give me just one more firearms check. And,
both of us?
Yeah, since you're the one firing.
Yeah.
He actually can't.
I did not make.
Okay.
And I can't flip.
Well, I'm still at the extreme range, so I missed.
Okay. The thing is, you realize at this range you can't hit them very well either. Yes, but you're out. Yeah, you run out pretty quickly. You can reload them, but you realize, you can be totally safe doing this, but your marksmanship isn't going to be good enough to force them back while being totally safe. So if you get within, if you do 50 meters away, they could have a chance of hitting you, but you can definitely tag all them without penalty.
Or
you could go slow and you could go in low and fast, and if you do a really good piloting skill, again, you would
bang.
You would not have any penalties or take any tax. So do you that's the thing. So
what do you want to roll? Do you want to roll piloting? Do you want to take a chance that they roll badly?
Yeah, that's the thing. Because you're not experts at shooting, you're not going to be able to do that. Drive them back just with your current tactics. So you're going to have to change something, get closer.
Well, I didn't get to do another perceive check.
Continue to assault.
Well, if you get closer, you could also divert their fire towards you, which would help protect the farm.
Yeah.
Can I do a perceive check this round while they were firing, just to see what other things are around, like things that we could maybe make go explode?
Sure. Give me a roll.
And then maybe
you can spend flex to just say there are.
That's true. I'm going to say that there are big red canisters.
Big red barrels.
They're rocking right into a whole field of them. What the hell were they?
No, there is essentially the transhuman technological equivalent of a big propane tank. Because it is a settlement. It would have power cells and that kind of thing. You could just light that up. So you tell Pawns to do that, and he can just full auto it.
Yeah. I mean, that would be bad for the farm, but you know what? Living versus...
We had to blow up the village and destroy it. So that takes out another group. So
we had to blow up the village to save it.
Yeah, a little bit. So both of you give me one more firearms check. You can all...
I gotta make that will save.
Made it.
Okay, I made it.
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. It's 100 is a critical success, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Pawns is the hero of the day.
Yay, Pawns!
He finally gets his targeting in and just starts lighting them up. So they are forced to withdraw.
What's he saying as he's doing this?
It's French.
I know, but I want you to do it, Ross. Immerse me.
No. I'm definitely not trying the French accent. It's
How many people will you offend with this?
None. Hopefully.
Okay, so picture the Beauty and the Beast scene. Yeah. Every line that Lumiere says when the people are storming the castle, that's what Pawns says.
It's more just a guy in French saying, "Get some, motherfucker, get some," you know. But also that too. It's a little
very classy.
It sounds very poetic.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And
very soothing.
It is very soothing. And as he's just emptying his railgun into them, so they are forced to retreat. But they are also very well coordinated and are retreating before any of them are actually dropped. They are all covering for each other, protecting each other when one is heavily wounded.
I don't know we can harpoon one of these dudes.
Well, you don't have give me, you can make you could try and do a called shot for a -30 and totally disable one, forcing them to all. You could spend a point to negate the penalty and just do a base firearms attack.
Okay, which point? Is that insight or
it would be vigor or flex?
Okay, I'll spend a point of vigor.
And you can't spend anything else. So basically, you also have to time it so you only get one shot. Basically,
nope.
Okay, so you miss. And
very close.
Yeah,
no.
it was. They all get away. But the settlers, of course. Let's see, they also
they're happy to be alive, but hey, you just blew our whole
No, they're happy to be alive.
Okay.
They actually send you. They had a much closer look at them, and they're like, "These, we don't know what the fuck they were. I've never seen anything like it before."
Are any of them wearing the Mars Ranger outfits or look like a baboon?
No, no. They send it to you. You don't have to look at it, but you can if you want to.
I'm totally looking at it.
All right, give me a will save.
Yes.
I'll look at it too.
Okay.
59. I'm good.
All right.
I got a 66, which is
double superior.
But it's not. But I didn't. It's not under. So
it's a critical failure.
Critical failure.
So you lose the maximum amount.
I failed the will save.
Oh, you don't know yet.
No, I do. The maximum amount you can lose is 5. So you lose 5.
So I lose 5.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, so
I failed. Regular fail.
Okay. You lose 3.
Yeah, I'm going to need some psychosurgery.
What does it mean when I take a trauma?
It means you take a -10 to everything.
Okay.
Until you get it healed.
How close are you to that?
I've already my trauma threshold is 5, and I already had 2 lucidity.
Oh. Yeah, none of you have seen this. You recognize the Martian morph body, the Ranger bodies, but they've been repurposed. They've been changed. They all have this. They look like podmorphs or synth or biomorphs that almost look doll-like in their appearance, except their teeth have all and their lips have all been pulled back, revealing these grotesquely elongated, smiling mouths. So they act in unison, highly coordinated, are making bizarre radio signal emissions that you have no idea. They send you data from their infosec. They were trying to hack the farm servers, but the infosec, part of the thing is that their infosec computers are so totally different from yours that they don't know how to interface with each other. It's an entirely bizarre and alien structure. Actually, I think I have a photo of them, or a picture of them.
I almost want to spend a suspicion saying I have seen something like this, just to be like, oh, fuck. I was messing around with that stuff in the desert, right? Remember?
That would be a lot to actually know what these are. These are...
Oh, okay.
Out of character, even Firewall doesn't know what these are.
Because they're in its own little book there.
They
The
have beautiful doll-like features, but they trim back their lips to produce permanently bared teeth, and sculpt the tongues to make it long and pointed. Their vocalizations are limited to wails and grunts.
I don't like these things.
Nope.
Was there a picture I just saw you flipping?
Actually, it's in another book. It's in X Risks.
I thought it was
So...
Xenoarchaeology?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could critical.
I have it at 80.
I know. Well, with the 98, though.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Yeah, that ain't
No,
any
Mr.
fucking
Peter.
text. That's not in the known discipline.
Yeah.
Also, these things are on Mars, so if these are Xenos, whoa, we got bigger problems. So, it's a completely alien group, like, beyond anything you've ever encountered. Or, it's an outside context problem as far as you're concerned. They repurposed the morphs
This is very intriguing.
of the
very
people they
interesting.
killed and converted them in a matter of hours to, like,
Their specifications.
their specifications.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see how Pons handles. But you drove him off. Pons is not handling this well. He is freaking out as well. So, but you saved the settlers.
Kill it with fire.
The settlers actually come back with you, or they get in their own vehicle and just go to the crater.
Yeah, kind of.
Their farm's done now, and it's been compromised, and there's no guarantee that they won't come back.
Yep.
They take anything that they need, and then we'll slag the rest.
With this data,
legal.
the nomads send out through their own network warnings, and so everybody, there's this band roaming around doing this, and nobody
Please
knows.
avoid.
And they just increase their numbers by things they kill. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. People are passing around things like exsurgents, titans. Oh, maybe this is a hyper. People are, the conspiracy theories are already forming. This is a hypercore psychological warfare project.
Hydras, that's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So, but everyone is.
We did save the family, so philanthropy. Thank you. Getting that flex back.
Yep. Also give you a bonus res point.
Thank you.
So, but with that, like, they clearly those 10 things are not. They probably know about the crater because there's a lot of people there and a lot of it's hard not to notice a major group, but they're probably not. There's a couple hundred people here, and you all have access to guns. So and there's more than a few. There's quite a few skilled fighters among this group. So.
More than one pawns.
Yeah, more than one pawns. So
Not literally, there's multiple forks of pawns.
But here's the thing.
He's just over and over and over.
There's multiple skilled fighters.
We
If
are
they go
fighting
down
the
and
Clone
become
Wars.
one of them, that's multiple.
Well, that's
skilled
another
fighters.
thing. Is like what happened to those? What happens to the cortical stacks of those people that were killed? So, yeah, what's in those bodies?
Well, that sounds
What's
like a
in the
wonderful
body?
thing to explore for another day.
Yep.
I'm gonna sleep now.
Yep. So, you all continue to. That's the end of this part because y'all decided you're not. I assume you're not going out to form a hunting party to try.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No
You're
thanks.
just visiting. You don't live here.
We'll send Team Octopus after that.
Oh, they have their own problems. Don't worry about that. So they're prepping
Yeah,
the
because
assault.
they're elsewhere, right? They're on
You're
the
building.
asteroid.
They're out building in the polar waste hidden base for you all to set up in
Whoa.
to launch the assault.
We'll let
You're building
Jason
the army.
decide
They're
how to deal
building
with
the
this next
beachhead.
time because
Mm-hmm.
kill it with fire.
Yeah, he comes out of his warrior's dreams like I perfected the assault plan. What happened? Did I miss anything?
Oh fuck!
There's a few
Look at
things.
this.
Yep. So, questions, comments, suggestions. You guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very happy it wasn't as combat scary for me.
Yeah, Dash is still around.
Oh yeah.
In the crater. We'll find out that. So y'all get one res point for playing. You get one for getting to the crater. Anybody who had a relevant motivation to help people.
Is
will get,
AGI personhood a relevant motivation?
They weren't AGIs, were they?
they weren't AGIs. That would be things like
And Dash is also not an AGI.
no.
All right then.
What are your other ones then? Maybe
I just
Bill would
have
be
one.
applicable. Oh, you get 2 more.
You can pick 2 more if you want.
Oh yeah, you don't have to. But
Yeah.
I didn't pick any. So
Okay. So if you had anything about
Uplift
altruism,
rights, probably
or
your
helping
thing.
people, or
Well, Robin Hood.
Because you do a lot of that.
How does that?
what?
Uplift rights.
Would that be altruism?
These aren't none of this has to do with Uplift, though.
if you
I know,
stole
but
from
that
the
would
rich
be
and
one
gave
of
to the
these,
poor,
I would assume.
essentially.
Yeah, but that's
So-
that's what I mean. Like, is that altruism or is that no?
Yeah, I would consider that altruistic behavior. So,
What was this? You criticized my character for being too nice and naive? Is that what it was? I remember seeing that on the thread.
all right. So,
No, I don't like how that you think that people are only personalities or
That's
numbers.
Neil.
Oh, that's not you.
No.
Yeah.
There's something about.
that was great.
You said something like I was too nice and naive or something, and I was like,
All right, so we'll end this episode. Yeah, we'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.